Welcome, Internet! It's your boy, Dat Ninja Dev, joined as always by Donnie, Eat the Hype Reese. I don't know what the hell Delvin is calling himself today.
Come on,
because that's not English.
You don't know
and then
that.
We also, no man, I'm not even gonna attempt it. I don't
Daddy
feel like
Yankee.
it, you know.
Ma ella gusta la gasolina. Dame más gasolina. You know that song? Come on.
Wow.
Daddy
Straight
Yankee,
from Florida.
legend.
Straight from Florida. We don't do that here.
Now he's a Christian.
Sorry.
So he doesn't approve of this song at all. That took a turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that. Cause nah. We also have a special guest tonight. Muffson, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing good. Great to be here, PSVG gang.
Awesome.
Glad to be
here. Give us a quick rundown of what you go by on Discord, as well as how you found the podcast and what made you want to join the show.
Or you can just sing the Gasolina song. That's works too.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody should do that.
Let me work on my vocal cords. So I go by Deadman on Discord, and I found out this podcast actually during the early days of the pandemic.
Okay.
I used to listen to you guys every week during my work days.
Notice he said he used to listen to us.
Yeah.
Not anymore. He used to. He used to listen to us.
Used to.
And they got this goddamn bum on named Delvin was like, fuck this show. I'll go listen to Kind of Funny. Fuck that.
But I listen to podcasts a lot, especially video game podcasts. So after I heard that you guys were looking for more people on your show, I figured I toss my hat in the ring and see if I could join you guys. And here I am.
Excellent. We were always looking for help because we got to get rid of Delvin. So
Yeah.
He's
You gotta
met
know how to
Rebecca.
sing the Gasolina song. So there you go.
He's met
like
Rebecca.
in real life?
Oh,
I actually met Rebecca 2 years ago at PAX East.
And she didn't put a restraining order against you, so that you must be good people.
Right.
No, I was telling her I was a fan of the Nintendo Shack, and she was actually on one of the panels
as they
before
all
me.
are. I mean,
So,
come on, as they all
yeah.
are. That's
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Nintendo Shack is it's on base. That's
Hey,
what started this whole thing, you know?
Yeah, we're the face that runs the place. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very true.
And yes, I am.
Elvin, you still don't count. You don't get to take credit for that yet.
I don't want to take. I don't want to
Okay, 100 episodes first, okay?
I am La Ella Gusta la Gasolina.
You've been here for just a moment. You've been here for just a sip. All right?
That's fine.
You're the hired help.
Pretty much. I'm Virgil. Well, I don't want
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh,
You are the
just
Shack's
read that.
Virgil. Wow.
all things
I
is good.
legit just went through that in the strong style. Like, oh my God, y'all don't know who Virgil is.
You are the Virgil to Rebecca's $1 Million Man.
Absolutely. Well,
Yes.
I understood
Yes.
consider this Rebecca, baby.
She has no idea. Don't look it up. Just forget this conversation even happened.
Smile and nod.
Smile and nod. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's a good thing.
No, it's not. Well, it's a good thing for women.
No, maybe not.
There's a word for that. Not Black History Month, folks.
Yeah, it's the wrong thing for Black History. But we got 2 more days. Let us have it, please.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, welcome to the show. Welcome to the community. Stick around.
Thank you.
Hang
of
out.
course.
You know, we'll always need help. Trust me.
Yes.
I'm already part of the funhouse, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay here and stick it out.
There it is.
Happy birthday, Miss Sardui, my art teacher from 2nd grade. She's born on a leap year. She's probably like 7 now.
I feel like 7 years, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
That
right,
is an
well,
actual real thing, by the way.
Of course it is. I wouldn't expect anything else from you.
Yes.
You bring the nonsense.
Yes.
That's what you're here for, and we love
So
it.
we do.
So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Since you're the guest, Muffson, you can go ahead and let us know what you've been playing, what you've been up to.
Well, I've been playing Helldivers 2. Enjoying the heck out of that game. Oh my god. I cannot stop playing this game.
It's addicting as hell.
It is. It really is.
Glad you got in.
Yeah.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Nice they allowed you to play that game you bought.
Yeah.
I mean, I was also having an issue trying to play that game the first
You
time.
don't say.
Okay. But a friend of mine taught me a trick.
Don't tell Dev that.
Be able to do
Pop
it.
into fake news, Dev.
I don't believe it. I had no problems. It was right in there.
But no, I now I have no issues trying to play, and it's been a hell of a lot of fun.
Divers.
Yeah.
Oh, divers.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's good stuff.
Democracy.
Y'all should, try it at some point. I'm just saying. But you're
I
right
tried.
in now.
I did.
Shouldn't be a problem.
I did try it multiple times. Not sometimes, multiple times I tried it.
You tried it the wrong times. Server
Many
was down.
documented time. Many
It
documented
was
times. I
offline.
tried
It was offline for maintenance. You kept
Why?
getting in when it was offline. You gotta get in. You know about taking servers down for maintenance.
So
Yes, that is true.
Brian was like, "We're gonna make 80 live service games." Did they ever think of like, can we like turn on a live service game? Like, was that never factored in? They're like,
What? It's Jim Ryan. Do you think he factors anything in? I mean,
that is a good response.
he's just like, let's just throw things at the wall and see what sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how he
Got the
gets down.
shortest end of the stick there.
Anything else you've been playing, or just been spreading democracy one bug at a time?
Other than that, I've been trying to finish up on Prince of Persia.
Oh, no.
Still enjoying that game too. Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good one.
Dev's like,
I
I
want
like
to get
this
back
one.
to it one time. Yeah, this guy, he's
we'll keep him.
playing the right games. He's saying all the right things. All the right things. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time with Helldivers, because as everyone should, except for Donnie and Delvin, because they suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Prince
We
of
wouldn't
Persia is
know.
awesome.
Wouldn't know.
You're missing out
No,
on the
you-
party.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
I
like
was
you
at
guys.
the end. I might finish it.
Where are you? Will you? But you,
My
you
subscription.
discontinued
My
your sub.
subscription.
Yeah.
My
you're never
subscription
going back.
ended. Yeah, it took
You're
too
never
long.
going back. It is what it is.
Don't blame me. Blame the ransomware. They took that from us.
Yeah.
They did.
They took that from me.
Killed
Fucking
democracy.
ransomware. I'm gonna need them to go ahead and do something useful. Like, let's just get rid of all the debt. You want to do something with some hacker stuff? Let's go ahead and erase everything. All right, let's
they're
just
not
start from
gonna do that.
scratch.
You know they're going to post all of their findings to their website tomorrow for us.
Oh, good.
I think our countdown ends tomorrow at like 9:30 in the morning. Should be a fun day tomorrow, guys. We'll see.
Oh,
See what
boy.
happens. It's a good thing we're recording now.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't see Downey for 3 days. We know why.
That's exactly it.
Jeez. All right. Florida man, regale us of a tale.
I don't think I have any tails. I'm just playing.
I don't believe you.
Playing Banisher.
You gotta have some wild tails.
I have tails every day, but been just in the house, really, like just chilling. Playing Banishers, which I love, it's great. You know, deciding whether I want to let people live or let them die. I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging the Witcher vibes of it. It feels more like a story-based Witcher the more and more I play it, and I kind of just really am enjoying the game. And it's going to be really hard to put it down when Final Fantasy comes out tomorrow.
Is it though?
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be hard at all. I think you're going to put it down immediately.
No, I'm just thoroughly. I really enjoy Banishers.
We'll see.
And I was looking at cuts.
Can we get like Donnie has pinned this in the chat? Like, we'll put a pin here.
Yeah.
Just like I do to everybody else that make Proclamation. Like, just put a pin this. We'll come back to this later, Delvin. We'll see.
Yes, but
I don't believe you.
the thing
I
about it
actually
is-
do. I think he's going to finish Banishers first, because you don't need to play Final Fantasy right now.
We'll see.
He's not going to be part of the conversation,
He is.
is he?
Yeah.
Probably.
He's got to get those Tifa screenshots on his Twitter. He's got to partake. He's got to partake with everybody else.
That's
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Thank you.
You haven't been listening to us very long.
You've earned your spot here, Muffin. Thank you.
I've listened to him very long.
We need someone here to help defend me in my honor. But yeah, I feel like Final Fantasy. The last one wasn't that long. I feel like it was like 30 hours, 30, 40 hours.
What?
I got through. How long did it take me to get through Final Fantasy 7 remake?
How am I supposed to know how long it took you? It took me about 70 hours.
We talked about it on here like weekly. Like it was a thing. It was like a conversation. I feel like I could probably get through Final
I've
Fantasy.
repressed that in my memory. I've just locked it away. So
I feel like we can get through Final Fantasy like in a month or so. And Banishes is only like 30 hours. 40 if you do the actual banishing, which is a plot point I don't want to get into right now. The game, people still want to play it, but yeah. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's awesome the more and more I play it. I kind of really am into the story of Banishers. And otherwise that, like Chalfie said, the stories I can tell, I can't tell on here. So you have to go to my Patreon. No. That story I absolutely cannot tell on here. No.
Boo.
It's been a while. It's been a while, a couple months, to say the least.
Well, there's his Patreon plug. You want to know what's going on in Delvin's crazy ass life? Subscribe to his Patreon.
He's holding all the good stuff for Cadillac now.
Yeah.
No, not really.
He don't even tell the good stuff on Cadillac. It's all in the Delvin Cock experience. What is Cadillac? Is that still a show? Is it still a thing?
The last time we had Cadillac, like we did Cadillac, Chaffee left.
Yeah, he quit.
That's
He
true.
came back
That's true.
mid-show. He
Mid-show. I'm done.
It's his show.
He just did the meme.
He up and left you.
He did like
Got up and left.
All right, guys.
Gotta go.
You guys got this now. I'm out.
Well,
But I believe you'll go ahead and finish Banishers. I think you will. I think you're enjoying it enough, and Final Fantasy will be there when it's there.
temptation's too strong.
I will say this. I will finish both of those games this year.
Remember this.
I love what he
will
said
say
this year.
I will beat Elden Ring. I will say this. I will finish God of War by the end of this month. I will say like this.
I will say this.
PSVG has been paved with these bricks, Delvin.
I finished God of War. Only one I didn't finish was
not
within
on the time you said it was going to be.
Yes, I did. I said I'll finish it before Christmas, and I did.
I don't remember it going that way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't.
I didn't finish Elden Ring
at all.
You didn't touch Elden Ring.
Yep.
I know that.
You're like, I'm gonna play it, and you never played it again.
And I like how y'all just glaze over the biggest one. I said I was gonna finish Tears of the Kingdom, and I actually beat that game. Like,
Took
really
him all year.
Beat the fuck out of it.
Did you?
I don't think that's what you call it. I wouldn't call it that.
Yes,
I think maybe survived it is the better.
151 hours is beating the fuck out that game.
No, it's not.
No,
that's just showing
you got drug across the finish line. That's all.
That doesn't mean what you think it means.
I beat the fuck out of Tears of the Kingdom.
I think Tears of the Kingdom beat the fuck out of you.
I beat Ganon in one try, while all you scrubs took 12 times to beat Ganon.
It's because we prepared you for it. We told you what to do.
Wait, no, I tell y'all,
they all failed so you could walk. That's what it was.
I had to figure it out. Yeah.
Look, not my fault. I prepared for it like y'all told me to. That's on y'all. Blame yourself.
Hey, I'm happy that I was able to. I gave you the news 6 months ahead of time. It's like you were living like back in the 1700s. You just get an update, 2 months at a time. Every time a writer would come through, you'd be like, "Oh, that's how I proceed."
I was just smarter. Like, I wait till y'all do y'all thing, and then I go in and do the rest.
Delvin, I beat that game in half the time a year before you did.
Look, you crawled so I could walk.
I ran so you could crawl.
No,
what
that's
happened.
not how that worked. No, that's
if
not
it's
how
half the time, he ran through it and he drug you along.
That's not how that works.
Slowly.
He got through it, so I could all right, I can go. All the mistakes he made, I ain't got to do.
No.
Just
Then shouldn't you finish it faster?
Yeah,
that means you finish it faster.
No,
but it took you double the time.
No, because I was enjoying myself. Hove did that, so hopefully you want to go through that.
You were delving in all the glory.
Yes. I like how I get shamed.
That's what he was doing.
Goddamn game. I don't finish a game, I get shamed. I finish a game, I get shamed. What the fuck do y'all want me to do?
Nothing. We want to do this. This is what we want to do. We're doing what we want to do. This is what we want to do. We like this.
And Chaffee, you can't say a motherfucking thing because you don't even finish games right.
Look,
Chaffee
doesn't even know how to play games. That's the problem. Chaffee plays all the games wrong. He don't know what he's doing.
Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate you.
I mean, that's all that really matters for him. As long as he's got Rebecca's support, that's all he
Goddamn
cares
right.
about.
Yeah. He goes all Animaniacs when she talks to him on Shaq.
That's fine.
You can just see the hearts and the eyes and everything.
Hello,
I
nurse.
just want to hear like what's happening in his head. It's just like da-da-da-da-da. I think Seal just starts playing. He starts talking and he's like, there could be the
I did not call you ugly, Rebecca.
You called her ugly? Wow, Delvin. What the wow.
I did not call her ugly. At all.
He did. I was
No, I
there.
did not.
That ain't
She
right.
showed up and he was like, yo, are you having a bad day? Like what's she didn't say anything.
Damn.
And now she brought it up.
So now we're just gonna have to shame you even more because that was just rude. You shouldn't have done that. You know better.
I
Yeah,
did
that's
not
it.
do that.
He asked her what was wrong with her hair.
Oh,
At least she has hair.
I don't, yeah.
Right.
There's a
Isn't that the kettle calling the pot black?
Whoa!
Where is your hair?
no bueno. no
Whoa.
bueno.
Kettle called the pot black, huh? What about that one?
It's Black History Month.
I'm about to go talk to HR. That's what-
Yeah, it's still yeah. They're still wrong.
Yeah. All right. Well, Delvin, you're boring this week. Donnie, you got anything good for me?
Not
Or
really.
we both just tired as hell? We ain't did nothing.
I am tired.
No
Dude. It's been a
games,
long
nothing.
week. I've been managing, as you know. I'm not going to get into all that, but work
Yeah.
sucks. I am also playing Banishers. Big surprise. The more I play it, the more I like it. To back up my man Delvin, I still don't think I quite love it. It is got a nice. I'm enjoying the dilemma that they're trying to weave through its story, and there is not a morality system. But you are being pressed on your morality, like how you would handle
Exactly.
these, morality choices, which I am enjoying quite a bit. And I do wonder if making other choices, like I wonder what the ripple effects, what is the butterfly effect of these choices I'm making? So like I'm already thinking like I know which way I'm going to play because I'm going to hold true to like how I feel like it should be done. But immediately when I'm done, I'm going to be like, but what if I did it the other way? Like what else happens? Like I'm going to want to know that whenever I beat this game. If I beat this game, I'm still playing it. I'm still hanging on. I stepped aside to play a lot of games that came out, and then everybody kept sharing the screenshots and stuff. I was like, I gotta get back into it. So I got in, played another 2 or 3 hours, and I was like, man, this is pretty good. I am enjoying it,
Nice.
especially as the environments begin to open up a bit more. It's kind of Uncharted-y, like it's like Uncharted Light. It's still very linear, but kind of like that Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy, type of area. Just think of that with like like some hack and slash combat and some moral choices. It's good.
Let me give you a PSA, Donnie, to let you know, because I think this is important to know. If you make one of the decisions when it comes to the game,
Is this where you pledge your oath to her?
essentially it
Okay.
adds 10 more hours to the game.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I don't know which one adds 10 hours, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. So
How do you know? Are you looking up the endings already?
I didn't look up the endings, but I want to look up what the difference would be. And they were like, just let you know.
As you made the choice?
As I made the first choice, they was like, just to let you know, if you go down, because basically what path you go down,
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm
you
with
kind of have to go down that path the whole game
Sure.
to get the full ending.
It is a heavy question. Like they hit you with a heavy question, and they're like, "You
Yeah.
have to decide."
And the thing
And
about it is,
and I'm not
That's
gonna lie to you.
interesting.
I sat there thinking about it. I didn't look it up. I feel like that goes against the spirit of the game. Like, I didn't look it up because I feel like either one of those choices you make, they're gonna pressure you to try and come off that choice. I feel like that's gonna be the whole
Exactly.
point of the game. So yeah, like I sat there and really thought about it, and I made my choice, and I'm happy with it.
yeah, because my thing was I want to look up what was the major difference. And they said the major difference is if you go down this one path, it's going to take you 10 hours, roughly 10 hours more to beat the game, to get that full ending. And you can't really, to my understanding, you can't really halfway do it. Because if you halfway do it, like you do it for some people, do it for other
Like you
people.
won't complete it.
You won't complete it.
Yeah, I get you. I'm tracking on that. That's exactly how I'm feeling. It's it's a good game for me because it doesn't. The linearity with the amount of time that I don't have to play like normal is good for me because I can pick up where I left off, and I'm not feeling like it's not Persia, like this is bread and butter cookie cutter video game, block, parry, heavy attack, light attack. Like this is comfort food. So This is a good game for this right now. I will throw out a quick shout out. I've played way too much of Geometry Survive. I talked a lot about it on Shack. I love the game. It's only $5. Anybody that has any amount of love for Geometry Wars, I would wholly encourage you to buy it on whatever platform you can get it on. It's $5 on Switch. For whatever reason, I want to say that I saw it in the Xbox shop. I think it's like $7 on Xbox. It's like oddly more expensive.
Xbox.
Xbox,
yeah. It's like, so I don't know. Maybe on consoles it's something else. I was gifted a copy of it on PC, so I've got it on the Ally too, and it's a sweet game. Like the Vampire Survivors mixed with Geometry Wars formula works well.
I love Vampire Survivors.
Well, then you might like this game. I've got 4. So like, it's a 20-minute game. You got to survive the loop for 20 minutes. Once you do that once, and the whole time you're doing these runs, you are upgrading your ship to keep making more runs. But once you do that, you then earn points that you can use to raise the difficulty. And they have like a trophy. You have to unlock 5 of them, I think, to like beat the game. I've gotten 4 of them, but like it's a lot of points. Like, so I've made the run. Like I've completed the run. Just give anybody any idea of how much I've played it. Like I don't know, maybe 30, 40, 50 times, something like that. So like the 20-minute segments, I played a lot of it, like way too much. I got really, really into it because I love zoning out, like that crazy chaos color splash and that Tecmo, bump and the synth wave and stuff. Like I just get lost into it. I love Geometry Wars so much. And this is, I've talked about it before. This is like Geometry Wars Retro Evolved, Geometry Wars 1, Geometry Wars, not like Geometry Wars 3. This is like the good stuff. So, yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
And then when I'm not doing that, when I'm not playing games, because I'm not playing a lot of games right now, like the last couple weeks, I've got like maybe 2 days a week to play games. Shout out. I got my Shack round in. I think today is it. You may have like 6 hours to get your Mario Golf round in. But between when I'm not doing that, I've been watching Drive to Survive on Netflix, guys. F1 season starts this weekend. Get excited. I'm loving Drive to Survive.
New season.
So excited. So get excited, Dev. You're about to hear about all the F1 news. I'm going to report to you every week who won, who came in second, what the team is. We were rooting this year
show on here
for the team, Donnie's team, the Visa Cash App RB team, V-Carb. Let's go.
Feels like this is the same thing happened when the last time Final Fantasy came out. We're just repeating the same goddamn cycle again.
Well, the Visa Cash App RB team is brand new. They changed their name. AlphaTauri changed their name to the worst name a team has ever been named in the history of F1. And I just have to own it because that's my favorite team. Until Yuki leaves, that's my favorite team.
Who?
Yeah, the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. V-Carb.
Yuki, you don't know Yuki?
Yeah, Yuki.
Yeah.
Yuki Tsunoda.
Plays the cards. Yu-Gi-Oh.
No,
Seto
not
Kaiba?
done it. Not that guy.
Power of the cards, heart of the cards. Yeah, you never played Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm losing us listeners the more the F1 talk goes on. So, Dev, save the show and
Jesus.
take this from here.
This is terrible. I'm doing absolutely nothing. I don't know
Well,
what are
show's over.
video
Yeah,
games.
go figure. Yeah,
I've got no time to do
it's
anything.
been Dev for
I am
like 4
exhausted.
months
Man, it has been.
until Helldivers came out, and then he was all like Liberty and all that for about a week.
I love it. I still think it's awesome. I just, I'm still only level 7 because I don't have a whole lot of time. I get
How is the war effort going?
Oh, we're doing terrible. We're losing ground left and right.
Oh,
We're losing- we lost Melivon Creek last night. I mean, exactly.
Metroplex.
These damn Terminators, man.
when
they're
you
just-
say you lost it, did
We
you
lost
lose
it.
the ground to the bugs or
the Terminators.
did Jim Ryan
Those Terminators are no joke.
close the studio that made that planet and disappear? Like what happened?
Yes, that's what happened.
We
Did
need
Jim
backup.
Ryan
planet.
happen or
He closed the planet. This
Jim
planet
Ryan
was
keeps sending everybody to fight these bugs. All right, we don't need to fight the bugs. We got the bugs handled. Helldivers, I implore you, go fight the Terminators. All right, That's where we need
Dude,
the help.
I saw a TikTok of somebody trying to fight Terminators. He landed, and I swear he landed on a world that looked like it was under extreme duress. There were lasers coming out of every direction, explode. I was like, "What in the hell?"
That is, I think it's Malevelon Creek. That is probably what they call it.
That looked
basically
chaotic, frantic.
Yep.
It's Terminator Vietnam is what they refer to.
It was like
it as.
Normandy. He landed, and it was just everywhere. I was like, "Oh no!" It was Terminator Normandy. They were storming the beach and losing.
It is, dude. It is so awesome to play that level and just to watch the stuff that people create because it is absolute fucking chaos.
It is
In the best way. Yeah, we lost, like literally, we lost the planet. So like you get to a point where you liberate the planet and you're like, all right, we're good. And if they can take back the planet and they keep taking back that planet,
let the mechs come.
Let them have it.
You get it back.
that's what we need. We need these mechs. They're coming soon.
The mechs.
We're about to have Titanfall.
Prepare for Titanfall.
Ooh, that would be
incredible.
amazing.
That's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, that leaks.
Hopefully, I'll have some time to actually play the damn game and level up because there's so many cool things that I want that I can't get because I'm only level 7.
Maybe I'll get freed up or can beat some of these other games. And maybe I can have some mech time. I'm down for mechs. You know that.
Well, the problem is you
Like,
probably can't just jump into the
Can I
mech. You're
punch
probably
stuff?
going to have to level up.
Never mind. You lost me. You had a
Yeah.
recruit, but you lost me.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to just jump.
Can I
right
Kevin
into it.
Nash big boot dudes with a mech? Because I'm here for it.
I have no idea. We haven't seen the mech yet. I'm
You're
sure
not-
you can run people over, including
I
your
need
teammates
drop
in the mech.
kicking. Drop kicking plus mechs is a great formula.
It would be cool to drop in.
You're not a good military recruiter, Dev. You're not selling down in them joints.
I don't care.
It needs to be
I
like,
don't
do you
need
want
to
to go? You want a free college that you will never get?
Yeah.
You got the skill.
Got this Super
Would you
Earth
like to sign
GI
away-
Bill.
Would you like to survive?
Oh.
Would you like to sign away 4 years of your life for a slightly used sports car that you won't be able to drive? It'll be here when you get back.
Yeah.
It'll be here if you get back.
Yeah.
That's true.
Would you like a
Lifetime
Jeep Cherokee?
expectancy 2.5
Jeep
minutes.
Cherokee. All of my friends that signed up for the army, I knew a few. They all like bought like a Charger or a Mustang, and then it sat in their like dad's garage while they were gone.
That is
Came
cool.
back, every one of them. They got that money, and like all of them bought a sports car. Every one of them.
I actually don't know anybody who signed up for the army. Everybody I knew signed up and went to the Marines.
That's my brother did.
Yeah, I have several friends that are Marines. Yeah, jarheads, hoorah!
Yeah.
But yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just trying to find time to do anything. So hopefully, I'll get some game time in this weekend. Level up my Hell Diver and get some of the cool stuff. You're right, probably not, but we'll see. We'll see.
Probably not. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, don't.
Or do.
All right, enough of this nonsense, Donnie.
That's
Let's
the
get
yard.
into all this
Hold your breath
news.
for a long time.
Yeah, it's more nonsense. Enough of this nonsense.
Yeah.
Let's get into some more nonsense.
More nonsense.
Starting off the show are the PlayStation updates that were handed down from SIA this week in the form of layoffs and closures. PlayStation announced they're cutting 900 staff across its division. Included in that cut is the closure of London Studio, meaning its Fantasy London game has been canceled. Firesprite has also taken heavy cuts, and their Twisted Metal project that has been talked about for many years is canceled. So there'll be no Twisted Metal Rocket League live service game coming. Herman Holst dropped a few quotes in a long blog post. I'll read you a couple. PlayStation 5 is in its 4th year, and we are at a stage where we need to step back and look at what our business needs. At the same time, our industry has experienced continuing and fundamental change, which affects how we all create and play games. Delivering the immersive, narrative-driven stories that PlayStation is known for at the quality bar that we aspire to requires a re-evaluation of how we operate. Delivering and sustaining social online experiences, allowing PlayStation gamers to explore our worlds in different ways, as well as launching games on additional devices, such as PC and mobile, requires a different approach and different resources. So, what do you guys think about that?
It sucks.
Yeah, because like, does anybody need to say anything else more than that?
No, it's very bad, very bad.
I mean, I would like to shout out Dev. You nailed it. We talked about this for an hour. We talked about it when Hiroki Tataki came out. You know, we said it. Like they're worried about the margins. They're too slim. You know, the 6% is not enough. They are like, it is risky. I think 6% is a healthy margin, but it is true that like they're one bad swing from that not being very good, right?
Yep.
So, you know, you had mentioned like this is likely going to mean less games. And I think that's a tough pill to swallow right now from a company that was just like, we're not releasing any first party games right now. Like it was like, what is it? Less games than they already have. There's a lot of people that aren't very, you know, satiated with the amount of games they've received so far. So that's kind of a bleak outlook, but I think you're right. I do think what they'll do is they'll rein in and focus on core games and getting those done and getting those out and stop trying to make so many games. And I think that means, well, we can go ahead and get into this. PSVR 2 looks to get PC support. As Sony says, we're pleased to share that we are currently testing the ability for PSVR 2 players to access additional games on PC to offer even more game variety in addition to PSVR 2 titles available through PS5. We hope to make this support available in 2024. Stay tuned for updates. So tie that into the point I was going to make. I think PSVR 2 is dead. I think there'd be less games for that. And and I think a lot of these live service projects that were probably in the works are probably being reevaluated and cut. So
yeah,
that'd be my
PSVR 2 with the closure of London Studio, which was the only ones making first-party PSVR games for the most part. Yeah, it's gone.
And apparently that fantasy game wasn't a PSVR 2 game. It was they got them off of it. That was going to be a console game. Yeah, but Blood and Truth was great. I beat that game. It was awesome. And that is a bummer. Also, reportedly, it was between them and Media Molecule, which is not much of a surprise.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised they kept Media Molecule. Like, what are they even working on?
They took cuts. Everybody took cuts. I think
even Insomniac took cuts.
Like 10%, right? Is what they said.
I didn't see the percentages. No, that
somebody said 10% of Insomniac seems like way too much for the studio that's like been fucking carrying.
Yeah, they've been selling great with Spider-Man 2 and
pumping out projects.
And pumping out projects. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. But yeah.
That is wild. Like they've been like killing it.
You would think they were doing so well, and you know, you hear this.
Here's your reward for keeping us afloat.
It's really
gonna
bad.
lay some of you off. God damn.
So yeah, that was the kind of the business updates that came down from on high. We also got PlayStation Essential games. So to cap that off with
this will make you feel better.
Nobody cares about. Yeah. F123. It's coming to PlayStation Essentials next month with Sifu, Hello Neighbor 2, and Destiny 2 Witch Queen.
Just in time for Downey's F1 updates and things. It's perfect timing.
We're on F124, man. Just hit EA Play. I'm not playing
no, I'm not saying you're gonna play it. It's just, you know, F1 games. You're in your whole F1 season. It just all works out.
I guess you're right.
It's a bunch of cars making left turns. It's all the same. F1 21, 23, 20. It's all the same game.
Do a couple left turns, change the tires, do some more left turns, change.
That's not what F1 is. That's NASCAR. You have the wrong sport, sir.
Same.
That's all car sports. All car sports. It's all just left turns. You're going in the big circle.
Right? Educate yourself.
Turn, change tires.
Turn, pit, change some tires. It's all the same thing.
Be better, Dalton. So yeah, Sony cut back, and we talked about this last week, and I don't want to keep harping on this, but like, not really a surprise, right? The CEO, CFOs, presidents, whatever his role is, were ominous. Like they were.
He's going through talking about y'all don't know how to manage y'all money, so I'm cutting everything. It's basically what he said.
Yeah, it's pretty much what's happening. In further layoff news, we also have layoffs announced this week at EA, Supermassive, and Deck 9. As everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Let me ask you this, because this thought definitely floated through my head. Obviously, spending in gaming is down across the board. That means revenues will dip, and if revenues dip, you're going to cut costs. That's just economics. We understand that. I understand that, at least I'll say that. I do wonder, because it's like, I don't want to call it trendy, because that makes it sound like superfluous, and it's not superfluous. It's serious to people's lives. But because so many people are doing it, I'm wondering if that's kind of like cover fire for other people to do. Like maybe they were thinking about it, but like maybe they wouldn't do it on their own. But because like Xbox did it, and the Sony, like suddenly if you're Deck 9, you're like, we can get in there. Nobody really paying attention to us. Yeah. You know, it's like I kind of wondering if that's kind of maybe we're seeing maybe a little bit of that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Big
Maybe.
companies do it.
Yeah.
They know they.
I mean, it's a possibility for sure.
Because they probably know they have to do it, and they're probably like, all right, if we got to do it.
Versus
let's
them
do
doing it on their own and then
Yeah.
them just getting all of the rage of the internet.
Yes.
Right. And you're like, you see EA and you're like, yo, let's get ours out too. Like, just slide in here. Nobody will know. Just like you release a trailer. Oh, hang on. Before I move to EA, we didn't even talk about Jim Ryan, which does need to be talked about.
Does it? That's what XP is for.
No, it's not. Did you guys talk about Jim Ryan?
We did a little bit, yeah.
Did you talk about the birthday party, Jim Ryan?
Not enough. I think we could talk about it a little
Yep.
bit more.
Yeah, so Jim Ryan had a retirement party at London Studio. He was there.
Of course, he did.
Like on Monday. He was there. He's like, hey guys, and they had a cake and he's got his arms around everything. He took photos and then he shut down the studio. God damn. That is cold blooded.
It's a way of going out.
I showed that to a person that was working with us. He didn't even play video games, but he was just talking about like corporate culture because his friend also has been laid off. So it's just kind of on his mind. He doesn't work in games. But I brought this up. I was like, so today, Sony cut all these jobs. I was like, and here's the guy who did it. These are the people he just fired. And he was like, is this from like last year? I was like, no, this is from this week.
Yeah.
That is, that's terrible.
Man.
If you didn't hate Jim Ryan before, which you should have, but if you didn't, you should now. That's too much. That's egregious.
I already hate the gay.
I don't have that. I don't have it in me. Like I couldn't do that. And I'm not. And look at me. I'm not here grandstanding telling you. You guys know I'm not. I'm not above being an asshole. But that would be too. I don't think I could not stomach doing something like that. I would refuse. I'm like, well, we're not having the. Like, I'm not going there. Are you crazy? Like, do you see what we're about to do?
Yeah.
Yo, terrible. All right, so back to EA. EA cutting a bunch of jobs as well. They've closed Ridgeline, which is like their new studio that was working on single-player Battlefield stuff. They closed it. They moved a bunch of those people to Apex and Criterion, I believe. They did talk about that they've moved away from licensed IP that they don't believe will be successful. There are a lot of people that thought they meant like they're moving away from licensed IP overall. Online and in our Discord. I don't think that's the case.
And just the ones that think suck. Like this
just
isn't
the
going to
ones-
make money, so let's
Like,
let's
if
not
it doesn't
waste.
sell, then
What?
yeah.
What licensed IP have they been making that?
Star Wars.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
a
that's
lot-
it.
Star
Like,
Wars, but Star Wars sells, so I don't understand.
Not all-
Like
they just have to make good Star Wars. That's all they have to do.
and that's the thing. They've been making good Star Wars, so it's
Yeah.
it's odd that it would be the Star Wars.
They
that
made
they're
some
gonna-
good Star
that they're
Wars
talking about.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. GamesIndustry.biz reported that the Black Panther and the Iron Man games remain in development. However, EA had 3 Star Wars games in development, and one of them was a first-person shooter, rumored to be a Mandalorian game, and it looks like that game was canceled.
Oh,
So,
Damn.
that's unfortunate.
yeah.
Somebody pick up a Mandalorian game. That's gonna come.
Right. And it should be in third person. You should make a Mandalorian game first person because part of the appeal of Mandalorian is what he looks like.
Yeah.
Don't make that in first person. That's stupid.
I know they canceled a lot of mobile games too, but nobody cares.
Daniel cares.
Yes.
Daniel cares. Nobody cares. MobileGamer.biz. They had this report. It was interesting for Daniel. This is for you, D-Life. That concern is growing amongst developers with Apple Arcade as Apple is canceling projects. Payouts are being cut, and they're turning away from developing original games. As several devs went on record saying that putting game on Apple Arcade at launch is becoming less feasible to do, and that Apple themselves are kind of retooling the service, the subscription, kind of behind the scenes, quietly kind of redoing. There's been some speculation that this might be due to Netflix and what they're doing with mobile games, and they're just like essentially giving away all these great. Like, I think Apple has a real competitor, and Apple is changing, kind of, I guess, how it's attempting to compete with that. It doesn't sound like, at least according to this article this week, right now, which who knows? Maybe it'll be outdated a month from now. It doesn't sound like they're too eager to start competing with Netflix.
You know what it sounds like to me? Apple Arcade sucks. It's terrible. It can kick
I wouldn't
rocks
go
through
that
life
far, but I did. I let my subscription expire some time ago.
because it's trash. Nobody needs that.
It really wasn't that. But I mean, I'm going to let you have your moment here. What it was, and I think I said this at the time, is I've got my little controller and my phone and everything. And the problem is I just play Retro Bowl. Like I subscribed to this thing for 2 months and just never played it. I played like the Sonic game for like a week, like a weekend. And it's just retro. Every time I turned it on, it was just Retro Bowl. And I was like, why am I going to keep subscribing to this thing if I'm just playing Retro Bowl? It just became a Retro Bowl machine.
Yeah.
There's also just better places to play. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is a reference to, but I like it. John 32 just says, take that, Daniel.
because that's in reference to Apple Arcade sucking.
There you go. Take that, Daniel. We should name the show that. Get hyped, Elvin. Final Fantasy crushes its time with reviewers, coming in with a sizzling 92 Metacritic. People are losing their minds.
Wow.
What did we take for the
Daniel's
over under
high
on that?
reviews.
I don't remember.
Oh man!
Did you put the Rude Days thing in? I think he mentioned it, but I have no idea.
I don't
We'll
think he mentioned
we'll
it,
let you
but
read it when we get to the
definitely.
Rude Days.
Yeah.
Remedy has acquired the full rights to the Control IP from 505 Games.
That's
I
dope.
believe for the tune of like $17-something million, which seems cheap to me. It's pretty
It
good.
does.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, if it means more control, then I'm here for it.
We are getting multiple. We're getting a sequel for Control and a multiplayer Control. It's
See,
on.
we don't need multiplayer control. Let's
It's
just
happening. It's
let's just stop the
happening.
multiplayer. Like we don't need that. Let's just keep the
Nobody
single
wants
player control.
that.
Like
It's gonna keep happening, man.
there's your margin right there. You cut the development on that multiplayer nonsense
Yeah.
and just put out the Control
well,
2.
don't say that because Remedy's gonna be like, fine, we laid that studio off. We did it. We cut the margin. Like that's what people are doing right now, Dev. They're like, yeah, he's right. Like, yo, Dev's right. You hear that? Cut that game. All you go home.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
That's exactly what's happening. Rumor control. Xputer, as I have no idea how reliable they are, but this got traction around on Reddit, says that a white Series X is on the way this year. I'm going to buy or sell is all digital Series X. I should have mentioned that. It's more than just white. It's an all digital series. It's like a digital Series X refresh.
I don't know if I fuck with the Milk Xbox.
The Milk Xbox. Hey, I mean, you say that now because you said that. Now I'm wondering what themes or designs are people going to do because it's white now. Like you're right. That opens it up to a whole new thing.
I'm not gonna make the choice.
That's some more possibilities.
Mhm.
I know what you're thinking, Delvin. Good God.
What is this show anymore? I have no interest in a digital Series X.
Thank God you don't, brother.
Okay, moving on. Getting us out of this
Black
hole.
on black.
Getting out of this hole. Creed Infinite details were leaked this week as an insider provided video coverage of this new Infinite like launcher thing that Assassin's Creed that Ubisoft's working on. Do you guys remember this? We talked about this
Years
some
ago.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're launching an Assassin's Creed hub, if you will, a launcher. So when you buy your next Assassin's Creed game, you'll download this thing and all the Assassin's Creed games are going to live in it. And we kept talking about like, why are they doing this? I mean, we talked about Destiny and multiplayer and live service. Well, now we have some ideas of what this looks like and what it'll work. So launching games is said to be able to seamlessly launch games within seconds of each other. So instead of you having to like go to the dashboard, launch the game, go through the title screens, get to the menu, get into the game, that you could actually flip between multiple Assassin's Creed games and pick up where you left off, like quick resume, within seconds.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't it? Yeah, I was like, that is kind of neat. I don't know if I need that,
Pretty
but
cool.
it's kind of cool.
How long is the login process just to get into the launcher, though?
That's a good question. I'm not juggling multiple Assassin's Creed games. I'm not like I'm playing one and oh man, I really wish I was playing that other one. Let me pick up the other one. Like I don't play Assassin's Creed games like that, but I don't know.
Nobody should. Nobody should play Assassin's Creed that way.
Here you go, Dev. The main focus of Infinity is a live service offering, which is all told via a modern day story. So it looks like they'll have a narrative for the launcher.
Get out of here.
Not the games, but the launcher.
Yeah.
Will have its own narrative story somehow.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Like the Animus.
So basically, you're Desmond, but just some generic.
Isn't it
dude.
just basically all the games? Like,
Yes,
explain that
exactly.
story.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's a good
expected-
idea, but it's an idea.
Like,
It's expected
I
to
mean-
launch aside codename Red, which I'll get to in a minute. It features an item shop called the Exchange that will have daily and weekly rotating cosmetics that you can buy.
Well, they can hit y'all up for that bread.
Here's my question.
God.
Does the cosmetic apply to all games in Infinity, or is it just the one game?
I would think all games.
So that's kind of neat. If you
that's
could
what I
buy
was
it.
thinking. Maybe it's for
That's
all
what
the
I'm thinking.
games.
There's a sync feature in the Infinity that lets player access what they're calling projects for each protagonist in the series. And the projects you can think of as a mini battle pass with its own narrative.
Yeah.
So I want to recap this. You're getting a launcher for Assassin's Creed that has multiple games in it, its own item and cosmetic shop, and each character will have its own battle pass.
Get that out of here!
The current strategy for Ubisoft with Infinity is to release a mainline game every 2 years with smaller experiences in between. Codename Red is scheduled to release later this year with a multiplayer-based Assassin's Creed game, codename Invictus, coming out next year, and then codename Hex the year after that. So,
It's gonna be really interesting to see how this plays out. It seems like this is just the way to get people to buy into Assassin's Creed digitally and stay into the ecoverse as long as they can get them to stay in there. Like, hey,
the Ecoverse, that's a new one for me. That's something.
Wait, which one is red?
Red is going to be the Japanese one, right?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Red is the
I'm actually
Japanese
looking
one.
forward to
and
that
Invictus
one.
is multiplayer. Hex is the
That's the witch
oven.
one, right?
Witch one,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still multiple years away. We'll see. Like, I don't want to rule it out. Some of it seems kind of neat. Some of it seems like something I'll never look at again. I don't know. I don't want to just hate it just to hate it, but like we talked about
I don't
this
know.
before. I don't
Why do
want
we need
this.
a launcher for Assassin's
Yeah, like I
Creed?
don't want this. This is not what I want. I
not-
don't want
it's
this.
not what you want; it's what they want.
The
Yeah.
Animus is already the launcher. Like, we don't need a launcher on top of a launcher.
I don't buy a lot of cosmetics for Assassin's Creed games, but I do usually buy like one or two. And I would love the idea of, like, if I bought one, I could use it for all games. Like, if it was building a library that was applicable across multiple games versus every game having its own, I kind of like that. I don't hate it. That I don't hate.
I mean, if it carries through all the games, that would be pretty cool.
But I don't think it will, though. Like, in my head, just knowing them and you play and all that, like, I don't expect that it will. I think I'm getting too hopeful in that regard.
I mean,
Maybe in one of the newer games.
I think
If-
it's like,
if all the
Right.
new games don't have if you're a created character, for example, you're Joe Animus in every Assassin's Creed going forward, then you buy the cosmetics and it just works for your Joe Animus in every game.
In every
Possible.
game, yeah.
possible. I don't think. In my head, I'm seeing like the Uplay store with like the stuff and like
Yeah.
I think they're just putting that in the game.
Yeah.
Is
And
all
I-
I think.
And I think that there'll probably be something that can
Probably.
transfer over to any console at any time. Like if you buy Assassin's Creed,
It's just Uplay.
Right. I was gonna say that's just Uplay. That's
It's
not
just like
this
a
thing.
redone version of Uplay. It's like an extension of Uplay that they just put in your game now instead of like a menu that launches a browser. It's just literally running natively.
Basically, you log into Uplay and then pick the game you want to play. Is what it sounds like.
yes.
Yeah, it's just Uplay.
I don't want.
Like,
Just
like
with
they, can,
Assassin's
they can
Creed.
skin it and dress it up and all that, but like essentially what I'm hearing is Uplay.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. So I'm excited for Hex. And I guess I'll be excited for Red. If Red's coming this year, that is kind of exciting. I could use a Red this year. I think we all could use a good Assassin's Creed game this year, right?
Oh, red would be.
There's a lot of things being delayed and just not around. Like we could use a good third party Ubisoft game. That'd be nice.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be good. We can all sign up for that.
I'll take that.
So yeah, Far Cry would be dope, but There's nothing in sight for that. Wait for them to announce the Far Cry launcher.
No. You're gonna use Infinite for that too. You're gonna log into this as well.
The thing that's gonna break us as a community, as a podcast, is in 14 months when Eves comes out and announces 4-player multiplayer squad-based Far Cry game, like a live service Far Cry looter shooter that I keep just dreading, but in my heart of hearts I know is happening.
It's coming.
Like I totally know it's.
I mean, you've already all of them are already multiplayer as it is. So now we're just gonna go ahead and create the battle royale you've all been waiting for.
Squad-based looter shooter
that nobody asked for.
Yeah, with
we
Rogue
saw
on.
this didn't work with Ghost Recon. We don't need to put this in Far Cry.
If at first you don't succeed, try 100,000 more times.
Try again.
Ubisoft is great at that.
Try again.
Insider Gaming also says the next Battlefield game will have free-to-play Battle Royale as a part of its rollout. And apparently that game is scheduled for fall of 2025.
Battlefield needs to have a game in its game at this point.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality of Battlefield.
They just shut down the single-player folks and the story folks. They just let them go. So
Yeah. Battlefield is dead.
it's kind of depressing, man. It's kind of depressing news. It's kind of not fun, the news segment. Not great, guys.
Yes, that's stuff.
Go Final Fantasy. I believe that this is the point we're at now. Like, yay, Final Fantasy.
Save us,
Sony,
Cloud.
PlayStation ain't got no first party games, but we got Final Fantasy Stellar
That's the
Blade.
third party one.
We're doing great. We're eating over here. Helldivers, Final Fantasy, Stellar Blade, eating great.
Yep. You're on your way.
Doing just fine.
Hey, Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah, we're stealing all the Xbox's thunder too. Let's go.
Don't forget that one. Anyway, that's the news.
Jeez, and what a news segment it was.
Yeah.
Into some other news. This is some bullshit right here. Got a scoring update for this stupid elimination chamber. Dowdy and Delvin both got 8 points because they had insider trading. They were both cheating.
Love to let the record show that I was colluded against. I was put in the worst opportunity, and I came out having lost no ground at all. That is the true survivor of the elimination chamber. Was me.
This is some bullshit. All right, I demand a recount of some
You only
sort.
can blame
'cause
yourself.
There's no recount.
I don't know. I didn't even know who these people were. All right, I don't even know how the elimination chamber works.
Nobody does.
The chips
That's
were stacked
fair.
against me,
They don't.
and I don't appreciate it. It's my
And the
personal
outcome was
ballot.
already written.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. It's nonsense.
We told
yeah.
you. Told you it was. Drew's winning that bad boy.
I don't even know who the fuck Drew is.
Yeah, you do. Stop.
I didn't watch it. I only watched the women's. I didn't watch the men's. I didn't get that far. But
I
yeah,
kind
so
of knew
yeah,
Drew was going to win that one.
Yeah,
I think everybody knew. Everybody knew.
that.
I didn't know.
But it doesn't matter. You didn't have that pick. Like, you didn't have that pick, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That was the collusion. The collusion was that he just gifted this man
Yeah.
6 points. They're like,
Yeah.
here's 6 points.
I need somebody to check rude days. All right, this is.
I was trying to
Hold
come
on,
out of
hold on,
there.
hold on. The week I was gone, y'all got 6 goddamn questions, and then
That's your fault.
No,
all
no,
right?
no, no, no,
You
no, no.
chose to not show up for
and
work.
then the week I come back, there's no rude day segment. Fuck off. Absolutely not.
Because he just gave you 6 points.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
6 point head
He
start.
didn't give me 6
Yeah.
points. He's like, hey, since
He
you're
sure did.
down, we're gonna
He
do
gave you
that.
6
And he's
points.
gonna
He gave
flip
you
it
the number
around.
one pick.
No.
He basically he gave you a curve. He went ahead and scored the
Graded
thing
on
on a
the curve.
curve. He graded on the curve, and you got all the
And
benefit.
then I
Yes,
then
you
I
can
fucking
only-
aced that final.
You can only
I
blame
aced it.
yourselves for trying to collude together and still fucking up, Dev.
Hey, I still won.
Look, this is some bullshit. All right,
This is
like
what
I said,
happens.
I lost no ground.
you gained ground. Like you came out all the way on top. So I got 5 points. At least I got some points.
Strong 5. Yeah, that's
At least I got something.
it. Could have been worse. Could have got like 2 or 3.
But yeah, so me and you, Donnie, we both got the override on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Delvin got nothing because he didn't show up for work.
Yep.
We also got the override on Skeleton Bones because
Nice.
again, Delvin didn't show up for work.
No, if he was here, he would have picked the under. That was
He,
just
he would have. He just
that was
you know,
expert picking on our part.
he didn't show up for work. His fault. And then we all got a point for the under on Pal World crossing the 15 million sales in 30 days. As they announced 35 days afterwards, they crossed 15 million sold on Steam. So currently the score sits at me and Delvin tied with 14.
That doesn't
and
feel
Donnie with fucking 18.
Red Bull, baby. Here we go. Visa Cash App Racing Bulls out in front.
It's bullshit.
You know, Dev,
Huh.
Black History Month should have taught you better.
I don't see how. I don't see how that would have worked.
You see, there's a North and a South. And when you collude,
I don't think that's how it works.
and when you work with the South,
The South? What the fuck?
You calling me a house
evil.
Negro, huh?
Oh
Calling me a
my
house
God.
Negro? That's what you saying?
You put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. How dare you? Damn slanderous.
Donnie is from Ohio. He's from the North.
Oh
Cleveland.
my God.
You're
If
the
anything, you're the South.
You were the
And
south
the
of
worst
us.
part
You're
of
the
it.
old of
I was
us
not-
and
no.
the south of us.
no, that's not how that
It
works.
doesn't get any south. You are as south as south gets.
You live in Georgia. You, moved-
You live in Florida. We don't even recognize
You
you.
are now Robert E. Lee.
Georgia is embarrassed of Florida. We're embarrassed of
You
it.
went from the north to the south. You
Like Sherman.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, Robert E. Lee.
No.
But see, at least
that's what
like
he did.
Georgia's trying to turn the tide. Y'all
No.
Yeah.
y'all
we
are trying to
voted for
secede
Biden.
from the Union.
We voted for Biden. Who'd y'all vote?
Yeah. Y'all are trying to secede.
You tell me who's the South.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right. They're the North of the South. I don't know what you are.
I don't know. Yeah. They don't know what they are.
Jesus.
So to continue the segment, over or under 81.5 for WWE 2K24. 2K23 averaged out to an 82 on Metacritic, which is pretty high for a yearly release game.
That's good. Good line.
Danny, you get to go first.
Oof. I don't like being in the captain spot now.
Too bad. You got it now. You got the juice now, kid.
I'm going to take the under.
That's what I was gonna take.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was
Ooh.
gonna take.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
How do you see it, Muff?
If Muff gets it right, I get his points.
No, you
We
don't.
all did.
Absolutely
No,
not. I
you
brought
don't
him
get-
here. I
you
get
don't-
his points.
You don't get nothing.
No, the winner does not get it.
I brought him here. I get the points.
Nah, it doesn't work.
That's how this works.
I'll probably take the under.
Good
Nice.
job, Muff.
Smart man. So I get 2 points.
No, I get.
That's how it works. I just hit the daily double.
Do I sink myself further into a hole?
See?
Yeah.
This is where I was last
Possibly
year.
come up.
I gave so many points last year being like, I'll counter pick them. And then
I'm already losing. Like, I can't lose anymore.
I love he's like, there's nowhere else to go, but you can go further down. You
Yeah.
can lose
Yes,
to
you can.
Delvin.
Yeah.
See, that's this. You may not win, but you may lose to him.
I'd have to recognize Delvin first.
Well, that's fine.
Oof.
Go for the over. Now I want you to go for the over.
Whoa!
Be bold.
Whoa!
Go for the over.
Really?
I didn't care who won or lost. Now I care.
Hey, Dev, there exists a chance that you be bold and beat him while not.
I know,
winning.
exactly.
Like, that's its own thing. That's a victory in itself.
People are really excited for this game. Last
They
one did
always
pretty
are.
well.
That don't mean it's good.
They're building on it. It looks like trash. The graphics look awful. Like from what I've
I
seen,
think it looks pretty good.
the faces
It looks
just
pretty
look so
decent.
bad.
Well, hang on. Some of them, like what they did
The-
to Bailey, is not right.
Exactly. Like some of these faces
Crushed
look
Bailey. They
awful.
ruined. I was like, what? But the Fiend looks great. Bray looks great.
Yes.
I don't even know who that is. You got
Rest in
somebody who
peace.
actually know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know who that is.
I demand point reduction, Rude Days, for that comment right there.
I
I
agree.
don't know who the Fiend is. I don't watch wrestling. This has been made very clear.
But you know Finn Balor's shoes. Get out of here. Stop.
Yeah.
Those
Wes
those
Johnny
those
talked about
those
the
dunks
Fiend.
were dope. That don't mean I've still never seen this guy wrestle. I've heard the name.
Pick.
I don't know who he is.
Pick.
Fuck it. I'm going with the over. I don't care. Fuck
Nice. I like
it. Fuck
it.
it. Be bold. You know?
I think it's just going to be more of the same. So I think it'll be
Even the
real-
odds.
Yeah.
But maybe that WrestleMania mode or whatever will win people over.
You never know. You never know. Last but not least, over under 80.5 for Rise of the Ronin. Team Ninja's last game, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, received an 80.
Do I have to pick first again? Or
Yes,
just-
you do, because you're winning. As long as you're winning, you're picking first.
I'm going to take the under.
I'm also going with the under because this game doesn't look good. I
think it looks good, but that makes me think I'm going to take the under. Because a lot of games that I think look good don't score very well. I'm like, this looks fun. And people are like, this is trash. So I'm taking the under. I'm like, I loved No More Heroes. They're like, this is the worst game ever made.
I was going to take the under too because I've been saying this game doesn't look good. Shit.
I think it looks super fun. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it looks super fun.
Which means
It does look like a fun game, but
Yes.
I don't know.
But it's like
Johnny
when
thinks it looks fun. It's a hot 6, hot 7.
good. It's a good 6, right? This looks like a good 6.
As long as it gets 6 or a 7, I mean.
This is what happens when Jim Ryan is like, they're nice. It's a nice studio. They're good guys. It's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Then
Go on.
you're done.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll take the over.
My opinions suck for fantasy. I'm in the lead. How bad could they be?
We don't care about Fantasy Critic. We're not even using that scale. We're on Metacritic. Keep
Yeah, I
your
don't
Open Critic
understand how that
nonsense.
works. Yeah, what is Open Critic?
Doesn't exist
Reebok
anymore.
with review scores.
No.
Nobody's
It is.
doing that.
It's
Yeah,
definitely the
nobody's
Reebok.
doing that. Nobody's doing
All right,
that.
Muff, what are you taking? Over, under?
Plug of review scores.
What about Delvin?
Delvin picked. He said he's taking the over.
Taking the over.
It looks.
You
It
was
looks
counterpicking.
good, but
I can't
I'm-
wait. I
I'm-
can't
I'm
wait
leaning-
to rub it in.
I'm
Oh
leaning towards
boy,
under.
how the hunter have become the hunted. This is great. The turntables have turned, Delvin. Sorry, Muff. What'd you say?
Oh no, I was saying I probably picked the under for this one because it does look good,
Man,
but I don't think it's gonna go over an 80.
You were out there on an island, Delvin. How does that feel?
I like it.
Do you?
I like it.
Yeah.
All by yourself?
I like it.
I chose not to be in Fantasy Critic because I knew better.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah.
I dropped fantasy
thank
sports a long time ago.
Yeah. It's just ain't nobody got time.
Haven't done that in years.
Nobody's got time for that.
I can't even play games. Why the hell would I want to vote on them?
Y'all need jobs.
Yeah, all of y'all need jobs. That's the truth. And some kids.
Y'all need to
Jobs,
work.
kids.
Make this economy better, guys.
Yeah.
Fantasy sports.
Easy.
All right. Well, that does it for the Rude Days cheating ass segment. Let's get into some questions. Starting off with TPR, he says, which NBA teams do you think will make the biggest push wins-wise and have the largest decline loss-wise towards the end of the season?
So he's like, we're just picking like our second half teams.
I guess. I ain't been paying attention to the NBA at all, really, so I don't really know.
Oh, any idea what's the word on Embiid? Is he coming back soon?
I have no idea. Let's see.
The biggest push wins wise. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with my team, the Miami Heat.
That's not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick, but they're in the lead of the division. Like they're in the lead.
Yeah, but I think they'll do better.
All
And
right.
loss wise, I think I'm gonna. This is hard. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go against my pick for earlier in the year, the Bucks.
See, I'm kind of tempted to pick the Bucks for wins.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's like they're like a really great buy low candidate. Everybody's all frantic and going nuts and all that, and like they're really good. They totally could rattle off 10 wins in a
I
row.
think they can.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
I
they will.
maybe I'm misunderstanding the question, but like I'm trying to like we're picking like an underdog. We're not. It's not like we're not going to pick the Cavs or the Knicks or the Boston because they're already winning. We're going to pick the team that isn't winning but makes a second half surge, right? That's what we're picking.
Yeah.
Like who's going to make a
who's
push?
gonna make the push and who's gonna
Who's
fall
making
down?
the push? I think the Bucks make the push. Yeah, I like the Bucks. They make a push.
They're on a 3-game win streak right now.
Yeah. They're gonna get it together. They're too good for like. Who am I? I'm not gonna pick the Hawks. Better than them. I wanted to pick the Magic, but I don't know if I still believe in that yet. Not quite yet.
Embiid is looking to come back late March.
That's not that far away. But again, they're already like they're really good without him. So like, yeah, I don't know. The team to
the
fall
Clippers
off,
are pretty good.
well, so absolutely. And they're on a roll. They are just crushing.
Yeah, they're really doing well this season.
I want to pick the Suns to fall off.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, what's his face just got hurt, didn't he?
I mean, you could say that about 8 players on their team. Like,
Bradley Beal. I feel like he just got hurt.
It has more for me to do with like I believe in. I think the Warriors. The Warriors. You know what? The Warriors are going to be my pick to make a run.
Okay, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I think they make a run. I think the Kings keep doing what they're doing. The West is super competitive. Teams aren't going to phone it in. And if the Suns face, I don't think the Suns are going to not play in the postseason, but like I'm not going to be shocked if they're playing in the play-in.
I feel like Clay's been
West.
playing better too.
Yeah,
he started coming to the bench.
Back. Yeah, and it was really since Draymond came back, that team's looked like that team again.
Yeah.
And I think people have forgot that they're good. I think people are like they're done, they're old. And they're not. They're good. Like they're very good at basketball. So, and it means something now. Like they're running out of time. The urgency gets going, and that'd be my pick. I think the Warriors make a push, and the Suns fall down wherever they are now. They fall down further.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with Donnie. Like, just looking at it all, like, everybody else just kind of feels like they're going to kind of sit where they are, but I can see both of those. I can see Phoenix definitely faltering because I still feel like they don't have an actual leader on that team. And I feel like as it gets closer to the postseason, like, who's taking over, who's actually going to give them that push, I feel like they're all just they're just playing basketball. There's nobody leading anything there. And yeah, Golden State is poised to make that late time push to get a good seeding in the playoffs and not have to be in the play-in.
That's what vets do. Speaking of vets, Delvin, did you see your boy Strus drain a half-court shot to beat the Mavs last night in Cleveland?
I saw that.
In Luka's face.
That was insane.
Insane. That dude is he's a wild character. He'll go out there for 5 games in a row and go 2 of 13. And then he'll go like 12 of 13 for like 39 points. Like he'll explode.
It's so weird. I gotta dig it.
He's like the most inefficient good player in the league. Like he's super inefficient, but like he plays really hard. And at any moment he can do it. Like I like him. He's been a good fit.
He is.
Good stuff. Tyler wants to know, do you all like card games? If you had to choose one to play for a year, what would you choose? Euchre, Rummy, Poker, Shanghai, or War? Also, have you heard of Sevens? Great strategy game. Definitely look it up.
I've played all of those games, and Euchre would be my pick. I also like Spades.
That was going to be my answer.
So, but he didn't give it. I'm not sure
Spades wasn't on there.
One of these
wasn't an option.
I was wondering, is he giving us options, or do we have to pick one of the 5?
He was giving us.
I mean, I love
Well,
blackjack.
Delvin, you already know we're gonna play spades, but
Exactly.
that wasn't an option. It wasn't an option.
My
You
family,
got to
growing up,
at the top.
my mom, all of her bar friends, my family, whenever they were drinking Friday night, payday and all that, played euchre, played spades. That was like a kind of part of my growing up. So I know those things. Not too much poker. I like poker, but not too much of that.
I don't know what any of those games are outside of poker, and I don't even know how to play poker.
I played Rummy.
I'm not a card game person. If it ain't spades, I ain't playing.
Yeah.
I get
And
it.
Shanghai is pretty much Rummy.
Yeah. I was thinking they're very similar.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell those are, so it doesn't matter.
I guess
Hey,
if I go
Delvin.
off this list, I have to play poker. But the answer is spades.
The answer's always spades.
The answer is spades.
You better cover them books. Don't cut your partner now. Come on.
Exactly.
Fun game.
Don't play with me. Spades will get you fucked up.
Yes,
Poor
it was.
Daniel.
What a sad
Bulls.
comment.
I'm so glad that I was able to bring that pin post back because I remember that day.
That was great.
It was like,
was
we're
great.
here, we're coming, we're in a 3-game, and I was like, this poor fool. Like he is all bought in, and they've given him.
He really believes. Yeah.
Bulls are terrible. I told y'all. And they didn't trade anybody. They didn't trade a soul. They did nothing. They're like, this is great. This is a great team.
We like mediocrity. We like mediocrity to worst.
Mediocrity is an upgrade from what the Bulls are.
Yeah,
I don't think they're good enough to be mediocre.
Yeah, no.
I hope their players leave. They deserve better. Their fans deserve better. I hope their players leave.
They're just cursed. That's basically what it is. The Bulls are cursed.
First, they had a great program for decades.
And then they didn't. They decided we're going to blow this up, and they've been cursed really ever since.
Whoever's running this team is the worst.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. All right. Six Wheel says, how would you save the Marvel movie universe? Didn't know it needed saving.
I think it does. We talked about this when the last one came out. Was it called The Marvels?
Yeah.
And it bombed. It totally bombed.
Just because you have one bomb doesn't mean it needs saving. And the movie was good.
The
It's so good.
The universe has been on a decline for a while now.
Doesn't mean it needs saving.
Okay, that's fair.
That's just my opinion. I don't think it needs to be saved. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think they just need to slow down on the content, which is what they're kind of doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like the rest of the industries, right?
Right?
Go figure, right? You're like,
we're doing too much. Cut everything. Fire everyone.
I get what people say when they say they need to save the universe because people don't feel connected to these characters, and I think
I was just about to say they need Robert Downey Jr. Like they need to bring some folks back.
Yeah,
I think is what they need to do.
I think Deadpool 2 is going to kind of revitalize that with them bringing back in Hugh Jackman
Wolverine.
and Wolverine
Yeah, that's
and
good.
stuff like that, and some of the old X-Men characters. I think that's going to do a big part of it. But I also think the thing about it is this. People fell in love with the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Those were the groups they fell in love with. Now that they've kind of shifted away from them, they got to kind of bring in that new group for people to fall in love with.
The sad part is that they should have done that while they were still here. They should have
Yes.
built up newer characters, unknown characters with those established franchise so they could pivot to something without it being brand new to people.
See, the problem is they did that with two characters. Black Panther,
Yeah.
who unfortunately passed away.
Yep.
Because that was supposed to be their franchise.
Yeah, it was going to be. Yeah. People are here for it.
And
Right. Yeah.
and Spider-Man, who
Right.
they're still having problems with again. Because
Right.
they had Spider-Man back, and now they're like, we want to do our own thing with Spider-Man again. And they put out that trash ass Madam Web movie, and they keep putting out these trash ass Spider-Man.
That was
Yeah.
garbage.
Marvel
That
needs to
was-
sue Sony. They need to just sue them and we give us our stuff back because y'all fucking it up.
Yeah, because I know you don't understand it. Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man,
I got that. I know that.
so
I don't know.
Marvel-
There's another Spider-Man movie?
there's multiple
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I honestly thought you were talking about the cartoon, and I thought you were about to tell me the cartoon was bad.
No.
What's going on is because
That's the
Sony-
only thing that's working for them.
Yeah,
Right, because I was like,
Sony-
that's the good one, though.
Yes. Because Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man,
Uh-huh.
they let Marvel use Peter Parker's Spider-Man and all the other characters in the Spider-Man universe. They just make dumbass movies out of, like Craven,
Like Venom.
like
Right.
Madam
Okay.
Web. And what's happening? That's the new one that came out.
Exactly.
And then what's happening is because Sony keeps using these characters, Marvel can't use them and don't want to use them in their universe. They keep trying to say, hey, you want to take our Venom? And Marvel's like, no, we don't want your Venom. Hey, you want to take our Kraven the Hunter? Like, no, we don't want to be involved with that. And now Sony's like, well, maybe we'll just take back our Spider-Man. Like, whoa, you're getting carried away. And that's what's going on right now. There's again another fight to bring Spider-Man back into this universe, to keep Spider-Man in the universe, because Sony wants to take him back for their trash ass shit.
That's a thorough examination
Yes.
of the Sony versus Marvel Spider-Man dilemma. Excellent
Yeah.
job, Delvin. He did that
Got
off
a
memory.
thesis right there.
He did it off memory.
I
He was
did.
just
I
like,
legit
this
did.
is bottled up in him.
I know about this very well. Me and my son talk about this type of stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Short answer: bring in the X-Men.
That would be a good start.
People been asked for the X-Men for years. Just bring them.
You can totally replace the Avengers,
But
with
instead,
X-Men.
we're getting the Fantastic Four.
Nobody wants the motherfucker.
And that's a fail.
Yes. No one has said, "Hey, you know who I want to see in the MCU? Reed fucking Richards." No, we
So I was
don't.
going to ask you about that. Not, I wasn't going to, but like when you say the Fantastic Four, because I again remember when we were doing the Make Dev Switch thing, and I was watching this stuff. A lot of these characters I didn't know. Like I didn't know who Captain Marvel was or Black Panther before the movie universe.
Yes.
So I don't have an appreciation for the comics, these characters like you guys do. Do people like are there Fantastic Four fans? Like, are people out there like, this is going to be great? Because anytime I've ever come across the Fantastic Four in a cartoon, in a movie, in a game, I'm like, this is the worst. Like, these are the worst characters ever.
The problem is, we've already.
I don't know them, but I unfairly hate them for no reason other than I was like, I just don't like.
The problem is, we've already had a great Fantastic Four movie. It's called The Incredibles.
Yeah,
That is the best.
100%.
Of the
That's
Fantastic
true.
Four.
That's true.
Is that the cartoon with like the mom stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. Okay.
That's pretty much the Fantastic Four. The concept of the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
And the Fantastic Four was popular back in like the 50s and 60s, but now people don't really care about the Fantastic Four like that.
When you were growing up,
yeah.
When he was a wee lad.
he was getting his comics out of cigarette packs.
Yep.
As a
5 cents.
As a young 29-year-old
It
man.
would be Newports.
He had it rolled up in his t-shirt. You know,
But
greasing back his hair. Listen here, see?
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see? The
Got these
Fantastic Four,
Newports,
this is
see?
the next big thing, see?
oh man, no, bring in the X-Men. People love the X-Men.
Yeah.
Just with the record to show that Delvin just hit us with this was really popular back in the 50s.
It was.
She was almost 80 years ago.
It was.
But the problem is that's still comics. Like, they still are very integral to like what happens in the comics. Like, they have a part in everything. Just nobody cares about the characters that much anymore.
People
Just like,
care more about the Fantastic Four villains. Do they care about the Fantastic Four?
That's
Dr.
why I want
Doom.
Dr. Doom. Yeah,
Dr. Doom. Like, give us Doom. That's a villain we can all get behind.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Doom is the main villain for Fantastic Four. Has
I mean, I got
the
that.
metal face.
Yeah, like you just
Yeah,
said that. Is
metal
it like
face.
good?
He's got the metal face. He's got his
Makes
own
him
like
good.
Latvia. He's got his own little country that he runs. Like,
Is it like Thanos or not like Thanos?
he's better than Thanos. Really,
He's like
Oh, really? That is cool.
he's like Iron Man. If Iron Man was really evil, it had like
Then they should have had him kill Iron Man and then transfer that to the new thing.
that could have
I
worked.
don't think they owned the rights to Fantastic Four when they first started this. Those
Oh,
belong
gotcha.
to
It
Fox.
didn't.
Anyway,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
our main
that's
point.
right. Yeah.
You could have, if you casted it and done it well, X-Men, the franchise, could totally replace the Avengers, I think, for like a mass movie.
Yes.
And people wouldn't, they'd be right on board. People love
Also,
X-Men.
Magneto, great villain.
Yeah, I mean, I like X-Men. You guys, I don't do the superhero stuff, but I like X-Men. I watch the bad X-Men movies in theaters.
Yes.
Like,
God, those were so
I like
bad.
X-Men. Some of them were. You
Some
know what?
were good.
Even the ones that
All
were
of
bad,
them
like
were.
I still kind of enjoyed them. But I mean, I like the X-Men.
I agree with Donnie. Only one I didn't like was the last one. The last one was really bad.
You get me in the movie in a big set piece where Sabretooth is kicking Wolverine's ass, and I dig it. I'm there for it.
He didn't even know. So he didn't even know Wolverine. Like, that's the problem. Like, they were just fighting for what? They didn't even know each other. It was,
Yeah, they just
fuck
don't
those
like
movies.
each
Those
other.
movies are bad. Those
I
movies
stand
are
for that energy.
terrible.
They
I'm there for that energy. We just don't like
they're
each other.
so bad.
They
But they
just
didn't
saw
even
each
know
other.
why.
They saw each other and they're like, I don't like him. Nope, don't like him. Don't fuck with him. And then that's it. And they just started throwing hands.
No.
So much more to it.
I
than
get
that.
it.
It's just
Juggernaut.
It's wrong.
I root for the bad guys. The X-Men have awesome villains, man. Way better than DC stuff, as we've covered. With
DC
Eagle
stuff, that's
Man
not
and
even-
Batboy and fucking Moon Guy and like the worst fucking villains ever. Leopard Person, and it's just like, oh my god.
DC is really bad.
Especially now.
Sorry.
DC's
Yeah.
villains are basically Animorphs.
Yeah.
DC's characters
Just
period.
ripped off that whole thing.
Cheetah.
It's like they have like dice with like animal and a color, and they roll the dice, and they're like, "That's it."
Yeah.
Now we have red ant. And like they just roll it again, and that's it. Yellow spider. It's like the same thing.
King Shark,
It's why I
Blue
like
Beetle.
the animation so much.
Killer Croc,
See,
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang.
bad.
Yeah.
Captain Boomer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The spot.
These are real characters I'm naming, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, these aren't fake.
All bad. Moving along. Crystal wants to know, how do you think all these stupid fucking layoffs are going to affect the quality of video games?
A lot.
I want to make an argument that it might make them better.
That's how I feel. I think it's actually
Right?
going to make them better.
It might make less of them and work on them more. Like there's a part of me that's like, maybe the quality, if we're just talking about the quality, maybe
Exactly.
the quality improves.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
like
get
work on
better
the
quantity,
big
less quality.
ones. Yeah, work
Less
on the
is
big
more.
ones.
And so often, in so many cases, less is more.
I'm gonna throw a little bit of positivity with it. I think due to a lot of these layoffs, so we'll get a lot more indie studios. So some of these people will just go out there and make their own studios.
I would agree with you if venture capital was flowing. It's not flowing at the
Right.
moment. Money
Yeah.
is hard to come by.
Eventually, I think it'll start flowing again.
But I do think, obviously, with more resources, there might be people that bet on themselves and try to do something and like go truly indie.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
There might be more of that.
Like Baldur's Gate 3.
Not like that. That's a lot of indie. That's millions of indie.
Yeah.
It's
That's
still
a lot
indie.
of.
It's
plus
completely
you gotta be
I just
very
meant
rich
in the
to be
terms
able
of
to-
completely independent.
I meant
That's what
like
meant.
Super
Thomas
Meat
was
Boy indie.
alone.
Like yeah.
Stuff like that.
Oh, we don't need any of that. I need real
I mean,
good
like
games. I don't
Unity
need-
in it,
no.
indie.
Yeah.
You're like build your own Santa Monica studio indie. I'm like, nope,
That's what I
not it.
want.
Like
Let's-
Yeah,
let's
I
do
know
that.
that's what you want. That's what
let's
happened.
do that. We don't need more Super Meat Boys. All right, we've been
Well,
there. We've done
I'm
that.
telling you, that's the indie journey. Indie. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Journey,
Oh no.
maybe a couple
Sound-
of Flappy Birds.
Sound shapes indie. Yeah.
Oh, so we're just gonna repeat the PS3 360 era? That's what we're
No,
talking.
I'm trying to appeal to what you know.
Wasn't a bad era.
That's true.
Mm.
He said, Muff said,
Oh, like, you really was like, I don't know
I
about that.
don't, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Jay wants to know, what's your favorite championship belt design and why?
Big gold belt. Let me see.
Muff said, this is your moment. Your time is now.
All right.
That was Yeah.
Hang on. I gotta set the pave here. This man will be in attendance to see Sting's last match this weekend.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, me and a buddy, we're gonna be flying out to North Carolina this weekend.
North Carolina.
Rebecca
Yeah.
did not get that at all. Dev. It's a whole show we did on Check. She no idea what we were talking about.
At all.
I mean, I'm not shocked. That makes
We
perfect
were.
sense.
I was.
She's 12.
It's still an anthem. Everybody, like my kids know. Come on, man.
That's because they're your kids.
Who am I? We did the whole thing. She was like, "What is happening?"
What is that?
I could go into my office right now and be like, do any of you know Petey Pablo? None of them would know Petey Pablo.
Yeah, but if you hit him with the hook,
There's one person that may know, that's all.
Yes. Unfortunately.
So it just doesn't surprise me at all.
Sad.
damn. So yeah.
Sad but true.
So Muffson, favorite belt.
I guess my favorite belt would have to be the New Japan belt.
Oh, that's a good belt.
I don't think. I
Yeah,
know
it's
them.
really good. I like the design
There's
of
a
that
lot
one.
of stuff on that belt.
It is, and it's customizable too.
It is.
which I like.
Good.
Muffson's in that indie wrestling mark territory like Delvin.
No, Japan isn't indie wrestling. It's a big company.
Just like Muffson from 6 minutes ago. Nice belt. That's a
good
nice
belt.
belt. It's a good belt.
What's your answer, Donnie?
I'm seriously thinking, sure trying to think. I've got an answer that I want to say, but it's not the answer.
You can say
Like-
go
Like
for
my
it.
runner-up answer is the hipster answer, maybe is a better way of putting it, would be the Brock belt, like the Eddie Guerrero belt.
Oh, okay.
I really like that one. But my answer is the Austin Rock modern Attitude Era winged eagle belt. The circle
That's-
one, not
that's a good one, too.
the Shawn Michaels winged eagle. The
circle
circle
one
winged eagle.
was-
Yeah,
that
I
was
love that
really
belt.
good.
That's actually a good choice. Yeah,
a
that's
great
actually a
belt.
really good one.
Yeah, I know the big gold belt is what people love, like it's because it's got
That's
legacy and all that. But I think that
Yeah.
winged eagle belt is better. Like I like that belt more.
The big,
If there was a belt I could bring back, I would love for them to bring that back.
that's a good one. I love it.
Yeah, the design on that is really good.
I also love WCW's United States belt.
That's a good one as well.
It's a really good belt too.
Oh, that's taking it back. Yeah, that's a good one too.
I hate the WWE's tag belts.
The new ones,
Oh yeah, with
The new
the
one.
the new ones, right? Yeah,
I wish
them
they would
either.
go away.
I kind of
Yeah.
dig Seth Rollins' belt.
They look too standard though.
Yeah, it's big gold belt ish. It's like
Yeah.
big gold belt one, and like we have big gold belt at home.
Yes, I kind of dig it though. I don't like the big ass W on the belt, like that Universal title.
Yeah,
had.
but it still has the big W in the belt. It still has it's front and center.
yeah, but the Universal title is just literally the big W. Like, all right, this is the WWF
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
I kind of dig the Seth Rollins one a little better.
Yeah, I really hate. I was looking at tag team titles. I really hate the circle ones, the plates. The TNA tag titles are pretty good.
Oh yeah, TNA has some good belts.
Yeah.
Which one
Yeah,
you got,
they
Jess?
have some pretty good ones.
I have never ever
just
paid
the
any
big-
attention. The
The
who?
big gold belt is the one all the rappers have. The WCW belt.
Ric
I have
Flair's belt.
never ever looked
Rhodes
at or
belt.
paid any attention to what any of the belts actually look like. So I do not have an answer for this. 'Cause
AEW's
it's
tag belts
just
are
a
good.
WWE belt. I
They are
didn't
good.
know they were
Dude,
different.
I like the
ones.
women's tag belts.
Women's tag belt's pretty good.
Oh shit! Hey, I'm looking at belts now. Now you just got me talking. Dude, the NXT UK belt is the shit.
Let me look at that one.
Oh yeah, I saw that belt too.
That belt is it's got lions on it and like it's incredible.
Mhm.
They should have made that like the new international intercontinental title. That belt is amazing.
Yeah, they should have carried that one over after they closed
That's a
down
good belt. I like that. one. Oh,
NXT UK. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. You have no answer at all, Dev?
No, not at all.
You
I
can
think
even
they're all-
Google an
they're just
answer. You
belts.
just say no.
I'm looking at belts. I'm like, they all just look like some fucking gold belt. So no,
God damn it.
Look up the United
thank you.
Kingdom NXT belt.
I'm looking at it. I don't like it. So
Dude,
no.
what? What? Oh, it's
Nah.
a gorgeous belt. That's my answer.
Okay.
That's the
Gorgeous?
That's a gorgeous. It's awesome.
Dev,
Imagine if that was an Intercontinental Championship.
Dev,
What?
look up the NXT North American Championship, aka the NXT Black Person's belt.
I like that. That's like an old school belt.
It is.
It looks like some shit you'd see on like WCCW or something. You know, like some
Definitely
territory.
old school.
Yeah, it's like something that Von Erich's held. I like it.
That's
It is.
ugly as fuck too.
That's every time NXT gets a black champion, it's always that belt.
Yeah, because I see Carmelo Hayes with it.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
It never
Keith
fails.
Lee.
Yeah,
That's
every
facts.
time. That's the black people's belt. Like, here you go.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it looks awesome.
Oh my god.
Does it?
It's
Does it?
old school.
They're all ugly. More wrestling. Q43N says when AEW got started, they had a lot of momentum with Jericho and Mox jumping ship, and rumors say Mercedes is next. If you had to guess,
Not a
who do
rumor.
you think the next big star to jump brands will be? And he says Drew, whoever the hell that is.
The next big star that's not pretty much there because Okada's there.
Who? I mean, I know who you're talking about. Nobody does though.
Will Ospreay
Nobody
just
knows
came
who you're
tonight.
talking about.
Q43N does.
This is the mark. This is the indie mark stuff I'm talking about. They're like, oh God, I Will Ospreay. Most people have no idea who these people are talking about.
So I think if I would take a guess, I would think Sheamus probably end up in AEW.
Great.
And on the
So they
flip
can treat him
side,
like they treat everybody else.
on the flip
Good for
side,
Sheamus.
I think Malachi Black will end up back in WWE soon.
That would be good. That'd be good for him.
No, yeah.
What do you muffin?
He's already gotten some good traction there.
Who do you think? Who do you think's going to jump ship?
I don't really know. I mean, there's a lot of good wrestlers in that in AEW, but I don't know if some of them are worthy enough to make the jump to WWE.
I need Ricky Starks to come over, and I need Rusev to come home.
Here's my hot take. I don't think anyone should be championship right now. Both
Why is that?
companies seem kind of full. Like the depth chart for both companies is kind of stacked.
Well,
like,
WWE's packed. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they got a lot of wrestlers right
they're
now.
just stacked.
it kind of feels
Yeah.
like if you go to WWE, what's your ceiling there if you go there? Because if you look at like both titles, you got Cody Rhodes, you got Sami Zayn, you got Kevin Owens, you got Jey Uso.
Like Ricky Starks would have to go to NXT.
Yeah, and would he want to go to NXT and take a pay cut?
I mean,
Billy
I think they'd still
Gunn
probably
is
pay him
still
well.
wrestling?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Dude's
Yeah,
awesome.
he is.
God.
You know, I don't think this would happen, but if I was going to take somebody from WWE to go to AEW, it'd be AJ.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
AJ Styles. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think
I
so.
can see him.
But
Yeah,
AJ would be right in the main picture over there.
Well, WWE's, I think did they announce it yet? They signed Tama Tonga? That's going to be a big pickup.
So you're going to NXT?
We don't know yet. They're
Probably.
saying he may be in the bloodline
Oh, that makes sense.
because Ming.
I can kind of see that.
Ming. I think The Rock called Ming Uncle Ming, so
Yeah,
they're alluding
sure.
to. Yeah,
Right.
Doesn't he have isn't Roman's cousin in like, I don't know, like Impact or something?
He has so many cousins. It's like
Yeah, but like there's like a pretty
One-
popular one who's like,
yeah. You're
I don't think it's
talking about,
Impact. It's at Billy Corgan's the
You're talking
NWA.
about what is his name? He just got released.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But
Forgot his name though.
I've
he
seen him
was
on the
on-
Indies scene. He's pretty good.
he was on The Rock's family tree chart.
Yeah, like he's actually. I always thought that they would bring him up.
Jacob Fatu.
That's it.
Oh yeah, Jacob Fatu. Yep.
He's a free agent now.
Oh, good. Then maybe that's him.
So it's possible,
Maybe that's
Alright,
his
Jeff.
next move.
and he's really good.
We got to save Dev. We've lost Dev.
All right.
Dev. Right. Next question, Dev.
I'm like, who are y'all talking about? I'm looking at the rest of just the roster in AEW. Like, wow, some of these people are still like Dustin Rhodes is still wrestling. Like, what the fuck?
And he's really
Yeah.
good.
I don't know if
He should go back to WWE. I think that would be cool.
that would be great.
Yeah.
One last run as Dustin Rhodes.
It's just God. These people wrestle forever.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Mathman says, if the rumors are true that Nintendo is delaying the launch of the Switch successor until sometime next year, will the pro of the increased supply outweigh the con of even more outdated processor?
I think I'll speak. I think Dev will be on my side on this. Maybe I won't speak for you, but maybe because I asked him to elaborate on this because that's just so I understood it. He's suggesting that by delaying the console, the processor that's being made for that console is just gaining age as it goes. Here's the thing: it's a custom processor.
Yeah,
It's not like a
doesn't matter.
processor that's on the shelf. It's not being used in other thing. It's a custom processor. And here's the other thing: it's a customized processor that's already old. So
Right.
like,
Yes.
yeah. So like, is it gaining age? Sure. Does that mean it's outdated? Absolutely not for them, not for Nintendo.
Right.
Not for the Switch.
It'll be more powerful than anything they've ever had. Like, and I'm sure like everything is, but like, no, I don't think this isn't a thing.
This
Remember,
that's not a thing.
they're working on the
processors
Tegra
in the
X1.
PlayStation is old.
They're working on the Tegra X1 8 years later from launch, which is like 13 years later from when the thing was actually used. Not 13, but like a good 11 or 12. Like Nvidia was using that thing 4 or 5 years before the Switch came out, and they're still on that same chip, the same one. So, yeah, it's not a PlayStation 5, but it's not. It's a portable. It's not going to be.
Yeah,
You know, like-
and even the PS5's processor is really old. Like, this
That's
is
true.
not a thing for consoles. Like, they're going to have older, outdated stuff, and letting it sit for a year doesn't change the fact that it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a PC.
We don't
They're
have a
not
device that
developing- Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
There are the folks that that do the leaks and they track all the OS changes and data mine and all that. They think they have it pretty nailed down to what this processor is that Nintendo's been using for all the patents and things they filed. It's not obviously it's a customized chip, but the variant that it's customized from is not being used in anything. So like it's really kind of a dedicated chip. And I don't think you can have a dedicated chip and call it outdated. It's not like a PC processor. You know, it's not like that at all. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like an i5 sitting on a thing and they're literally putting out new and like it's just sitting like that's not a one-to-one comparison.
Right. And they'll be developing games with this processor in mind, not thinking about, okay, all the other processors on the market. So it's not the same as developing for PC where you have to make concessions for older stuff and newer stuff and things coming out. When you develop for a console, you're developing for the same processor for however long the console is.
It's really the whole point. The whole business is built on that. We're going to lock ourselves into a hardware spec, and then we're going to sell it for an extended period of time. So we're going to buy the parts cheaper because we are committing to this manufacturer that we're going to use this for years at a time. Yep. And it's going to get cheaper for years at a time. Like it's kind of the whole...
Until it doesn't, which is where we're at now.
With the PlayStation, right. But they have state-of-the-art it's a liquid cooling. You know, like this is going to be a super Android chip. So a little bit different.
Yeah. So no, not at all.
I think the Tegras that the Switches use, like Nvidia was urging Nintendo, they're like, please move on to. We don't want to keep making these anymore. You know, we want to make something else. Please stop selling these.
But we'll still take your money.
There was some talk on Reddit from these data miner types that like talk this stuff, that like the manufacturing process that they make that Tegra chip is like outdated, and that they had to keep a factory open to print these chips that Nintendo's using. And then there was talk, and I think it was true, that they had to outsource and go to like in a different country and get the chips made because they took the plant that was doing them had to switch over and stuff. So there was a lot of talk last year like this is a reason why Nintendo's moving to the new Switch. They can't keep making these for much longer.
Forced obsolescence. All right, back to wrestling. Kyle the Pug.
Oh, I've got this one.
Kyle the Pug.
Thank you. Mine. He says, "What would your catchphrase be after cutting a promo?" WWE
right, so I've got
style.
These. This is Delvin. I wrote down these are for Delvin. I don't know what my catchphrase would be, but I took this question literally for Delvin, and taking into account his age. Here are the things that I thought he would wave into his promo. The first one is 7 years ago. How about sharp as a marble? Here's one. What happens in Pangea stays in Pangea. Fruit is nature's candy. Razzmatazz.
I like these.
Don't make me flip your wig.
Yeah.
What about speakeasy? So you're going to put speakeasy somewhere into his promo.
Okay, I like it.
The real McCoy. Etsu Brute. We're few cards short of a deck. To be or not to be.
I feel like I used these at Mania.
What do you think, Delvin?
I like them.
There you go.
A lot of good ones.
Also, Werther's original. I figured he'd just get that in there somehow.
I like it. What's Dev's on? Processing powder?
I could see it. I could see Dev hitting some people with the teraflop.
Yeah.
The teraflop. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
the teraflop. Off the top rope, hit someone with the teraflop.
No.
What you gonna do?
Oh, boy. No.
It's time to stuff the muff. There you go.
Whoa. Whoa.
What?
Wait, who's stuffing Muff?
That's
Whoa.
Muffins on.
Whoa.
It's Muffin time.
That's better than the first one. Whoa.
Wow.
And I got the stuff.
There you go.
I like that one.
Delvin.
That That's a good one. We'll try that one. Keep that crack out of my car.
That's on brand. That fits.
Yeah, that does.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I guess mine would be some form of absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know, I cut people off. Delvin's over there talking about where there's original stuff, and I go, absolutely not.
Like,
Yeah, mine would probably be some form of kiss my ass. Basically, I
Plus
mean,
kiss my
that's
grits.
really
That's lame.
that's old
Like
people.
Neil
Like,
Connor.
what? Kiss my
See,
grits.
he just showed his age. Kiss my grits.
What kind of
Listen here, see, like get you in this corner.
yeah, see,
let
kiss
me
my
in on it.
grits. See, yeah. Yeah. So back when I was actually watching wrestling, and Austin had the Austin 316 thing, my thing was Tyus 222 means fuck you. So that would
See,
also be
yo, there it is.
yeah. Because
You
2
just
is
hit
my
the
favorite
bar.
number.
That's one more bar than Delvin has ever given us.
No.
This is true.
Yep, gold coin.
This is true.
What a ruse. We need to make a documentary about this.
No.
Investigative journalism.
Dev
Somebody.
395. I'm white.
What?
What? God, I hate you, Delvin. I hate you so much.
That was something else.
Rat bastard.
Razzmatazz.
Dr. Bland Explosion says, you are Microsoft.
No.
You have to plan out the next wave of games to release to other platforms. Which games do you choose? All of them. All of them.
Want Starfield? Take it.
I think Starfield will be one of them. I do.
I mean,
We
all
talked
of
about
them.
this.
All of them.
I don't think
Halo?
it'll be all of them. I think they'll keep their core brands to be
That's your
exclusive.
Microsoft.
You're just saying
My
all of them.
Microsoft is.
Okay.
Here you
Take
go.
them all.
No, I think they'll keep the core ones, but I think I said it before. I think the Activision games, I think the Bethesda games, I think all of those are open for business, and I think they'll find their way over.
That is the plan. That's what I would do. Just
Yeah, that's.
I feel like
that's
most of them end up becoming, going into like multi-platform anyway. So
So
Well,
that's what
eventually.
I'm not sure if I made a good case of that when we talked to the podcast, but I definitely did like in the Discord, and I think I did on Shack. Microsoft has already been like one of the better third-party publishers on Nintendo before they made this announcement. They've got Minecraft and Minecraft Legends, and they've got Ori, and they've got Cuphead and Ori 2. Like they've been doing this for some time now. So yeah, and if you count Bethesda, that Wolfenstein's on Switch, and Youngblood's on Switch, and Skyrim's on, so like they're already there. I just think they're gonna slowly move into making that a formality, like a norm. It'll become a norm for them, and I think some of their internal Xbox Game Studio games, like State of Decay, Sea of Thieves, I expect that stuff will go multi-platform after some timed exclusivity. I do think, though, I don't worry, because to be honest, and I said this before, I don't care. I think they'll, at least at the start, I think they'll try to keep things like Halo, Fable, Gears, Forza. I think they'll try to keep that exclusive to them in PC. But all the other stuff, especially the stuff that like doesn't hit hard, like that doesn't really move, like consoles, like what's that? The South of Midnight game from the folks that make from Compulsion Games. That game's not going to move consoles. Like they'll move that to other platforms. Like State of Decay is not a console seller. They're going to move that to other, like that stuff. I don't think is I don't want to demean it, but you guys know what I'm saying. It's like it's
yeah.
not
Nobody's buying an
insignificant.
Xbox for that.
there are
Yeah,
certain games.
that like Flight Simulator and like that stuff's gonna go over. They're just gonna put that stuff over. Maybe after some time or whatever, but it's eventually gonna find its way to other places.
There are certain games you need to get in as many people's hands as possible.
Yeah,
And those are the games the Xbox is going to push out.
Hi-Fi Rush, like that stuff's going.
Yes.
Right, but like Gears and Halo, I think that's a reason people pick up hardware, and I think they want to at least give them that reason.
Yeah.
Until they don't.
Now with Halo, like the question is like, what about a live service part of it? Like, what if they did a battle royale or something? Like, then I could see it. I could see it popping over. You know, or if it's like
Makes sense.
really multiplayer focused, I could see that working. But I think if I had to guess, I think the Fable, the Gears, the Halo stuff stays on the box because they got PC. Like at the end of the day, they've got their PC. They can kind of have their cake and eat it too that way.
Yeah. Anybody else care to add to that?
Nah.
Razzmatazz. Ray wants to know, with the release of AI Scent, who was taking bets that Big Meaty Meat Slapping Meat already has it in his Amazon cart? With the DLC getting ready for the release of Stellar Blade.
Absolutely not.
Trying to smell them cheeks, huh, Delvin?
Absolutely, he is 100%. He is. This man bought a PSVR 2. I already see more value with this thing than PSVR 2 had. So,
Nah.
what are you going to do with that headset, Delvin?
PSVR 2 headset?
Yeah.
Give it to some homeless person.
And like you just tell them
There you
like
go.
it's armor or something. Like what is?
There you go.
Like, put this helmet on.
Yeah,
Like, what are they going to use it for? What the heck
It'd be
are they gonna
hilarious
use
if the homeless guy was like, "Can I play Beat Saber like wirelessly?" I'm like, "Nah, you need the
No.
cord. You need the PlayStation." He's like, "What good is this?
Throws it back at him.
Like, this isn't worth shit."
and I'm gonna say, I know it isn't.
Devils would be like, "Then we're gonna let you plug it into your computer." If it comes to PC and can just work with Steam, I might try to pick one up cheap, like down the road.
Just
Probably
take
not.
Delvin's. He's giving it away.
Probably not. But like if I could get one for like like $100 maybe.
Take
'Cause the
Delvin's.
tech-
He's
the
giving
tech-
it away.
The tech is good,
He's
right?
practically giving it away.
The tech is good, right?
Sure.
Spelling tech?
I still want the wireless though. The smelling tech,
Who the
yeah.
fuck- Who the fuck wants to smell shit in their house? Like, hey, here's napalm going through your house. Like that.
There's some weird
Napalm
people
in the
out
morning,
there, man.
The people that buy PSVR, they want the immersion. The people that
Right.
buy the haptics controller you guys love so much. The feeling of the raindrops. You can't
They wanna
smell the
be
rain.
In Call of Duty.
You can't ever
be in
tell
Call of Duty
me.
if you can't smell it.
I never want to hear anything about another adjustable trigger or raindrops or a haptic feedback if you don't also want to smell the game.
I don't want to smell it.
I don't want to smell the game.
Then you can turn all that other stuff off then. You don't really want
Absolutely
immersion.
not. I didn't say I want immersion. I just think this shit's cool.
I'm just pointing it out. Well, then you should smell the game too.
And that's
It'll
not
put
cool.
you there.
I don't need
It'll
to smell
put you
something
there.
to stink. If you tell me it stinks, I'll believe you.
Here.
I believe you.
It'll put you in the game.
I don't
It'll
want to
put
be in
you
the
there.
game.
You
Yeah.
can smell Avatar.
I don't want to go to Avatar. I don't want to go to Horizon. These are some horrible places. Why would I want to go to there?
Yeah.
What do you think Skyrim smells like?
Ass.
Oof. Yeah.
With ass.
Piss.
Oh, wrestling. WWE 2K. You're in the ring.
I can smell Cody Rhodes.
You can
Great.
smell Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
See, why would you go to smell? Why wouldn't you be like, I could smell Liv Morgan or something? Like, why do we got to go? I want to smell the men.
Because I'm trying to make the worst of it. Like I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
No, that's where Delvin went. Delvin went automatically to his savior, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Well, he
No,
thinks
Jesus.
of Cody Rhodes like
He
he's
lo-
like Liv Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves some
Can't
Cody
wait to
Rhodes.
see
It's
Roman
terrible.
pen him again.
God damn it,
great.
Johnny.
It's gonna
Can't
be
wait.
great.
I really can't. They have the moment here to deliver on one of the greatest wrestling moments of all time,
No.
where an entire stadium revolts, and I want to see it. I want
I wanna
I
see
want
all
Triple
their
H.
faces.
I want Triple H to have the balls to just do it clean and fast.
Don't have balls. Don't listen to Donnie. Don't ruin
I
your
wanna
Have Roman
see it.
talk about I erased your story. We're not
Yeah.
finished anything.
Yeah. Just
I'm
start ripping-
erasing the story.
Start ripping some pages out of a book and laugh.
Uh,
Just sit there and make a mockery of the whole thing. It's like I try to,
fall for this.
dude. Listen, Roman is Thanos. You got to get on board with this. He's inevitable.
Eventually, Thanos lost.
Eventually,
They had
But
to
how
go
many-
back in time.
how
It's
many
not
movies?
now.
All kind of
How
crazy
many
stuff.
movies? Not two, like 8. Right? It's a story.
They had to
Like
cheat.
Rocky said.
No,
Like Rocky said.
this is disappointing. I'm
Kobe
ashamed-
Crybaby, sit down, shut up, and enjoy the ride I'm taking you on.
I'm ashamed of all of you guys. But
Dude, imagine if the Avengers came out to topple Roman. They brought everything. Like Rock's out,
doing
Stone
that
Cold's out, Cody. Like they brought everybody back. It takes everybody to beat Roman.
see, you're missing the point. The real Thanos is The Rock. He's
yeah.
the Thanos.
It might be.
Mm-hmm. As long as it just keeps Cody,
Roman-
without an end of his story, or we just write the end of it and that's it. And you don't get to
Kind of want Rock
finish
to
it.
cross Roman ahead of time, and then Cody comes in with like Rocky in his corner, and then Rock turn on Cody.
That'd be
Lab.
fantastic.
God, wouldn't it be? Like Rock's like, I'm gonna
here for
keep the
that.
bloodline out of here. Like he rock bottom solo. Cody's got. He turns around and just the turn.
He'd be an idiot.
Oh, I want to see kids.
That
cry.
would be amazing.
Great.
It would be
awesome.
amazing.
No.
Fuck the good guy.
Then we have Civil War, Rocky and
Yeah.
Roman, and all. Like, see, it just
Oh,
it keeps going, man.
It's
So
so
you want
much
to get it
better
all
when
done in
Cody
one match.
loses.
You want to get
So
it all
much
done
better.
in one match. I want to get it done in like 3 years. Like I see
gotta
so much
squeeze
meat on
every
this bone.
juice out of that experience.
In
Every
this
bit of it.
story,
Yeah.
The story is done. End it. Move on.
Story just got started.
I want to see Roman's rise back to power. His fall and his rise back to power facing The Rock for next year, all next year, this year now. That is the story to tell.
So
I mean, to do that,
that's
you
fine
could-
as long as Cody loses.
it's not fine because to do that, you got to turn Roman face,
He's gonna turn face.
and that's
Yeah.
boring.
And the thing
Roman's
about
a
him,
terrible.
and the thing
Roman's
about
an awful
turning-
baby face.
the thing about
No.
turning him face, you're gonna give him the ultimate heel.
If
in
you
The
already
Rock.
forgotten, Roman is a terrible face. It's a terrible baby face.
I think he'll be a great face.
It's why he was pushed
Based
to
off
being
of
a
what they're
heel.
doing.
Yeah, his whole Superman shtick is not like that's Cena. It's not Roman.
But he's not that now. He's
In his element right now.
What's
This
gonna
is him.
the whole point. Whole
He's
story
on a
of the
high.
is
The smugness, the arrogance, the smiles, the expressions.
whole
That's his
story
thing.
they have been telling is Roman was the big dog.
I get
He
it.
was
I know
the
what
man
you're saying.
until the new man came around, who's always the man.
I just still want them. I think you turn, if anything, because Rocky is now the heel, that his turn on Roman makes Rocky the face, and you leave Roman alone.
I don't think they're doing that at all.
That's a problem.
I
don't
think
like that.
I think they are going to leave Rock.
Telling you,
the heel,
that's a recipe for disaster. Then
Rock
Roman's
is
just
the
not a good
heel,
baby face
and
unless he's
Roman is-
going away.
I
He can
think-
have one babyface match and go away for years. Like if he's leaving, fine. But if they're going to keep him around, that's a terrible idea.
I think they 100%. This is what they want.
Roman Reigns changed the wrestling industry the night he turned heel.
I agree. But
And
this
it's
is
been
what
the
they
hottest thing ever
This
since
whole
for like
time.
5 years.
This is-
Nobody has a name like Reigns and is a babyface. That just
Dude,
sounds
his baby
stupid.
face. See, here's the thing, Dev. His babyface run was the worst.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It
It
But
was
they
terrible.
shoved him down people's throats for 9 years. They gave him every opportunity. They had him face Brock at every turn, Taker, Goldberg. It was the worst. It was the worst.
But that's the problem. They wanted him to be cheered for the longest time. Now he's organically getting cheered. They're going to make this man a babyface. Everything they're pointing to is saying we're going to make him a babyface. Even
hate
the
it.
whole thing of The Rock little broing him. The whole
hate
time
it.
you're like, yeah, it's cute. You run the bloodline, but I'm really
See, but here's the thing: you have Rock turn on him, and people will be right behind the Rock again. They're not gonna. They don't hate Rock. They hate Rock because they see it taking away from Cody. The moment you turn that away, they're gonna cheer Rock. Nobody's gonna boo the Rock.
maybe.
Not a maybe. No, that's not a maybe. That's an absolute.
I think they can.
People love the Rock.
people
They
love
don't
The
love
Rock,
Roman.
but they can. I can see them booing The Rock. They feel like he's being wronged. I
They
think
should
the
be booing
story-
Cody. Cody sucks.
Oh, they're really behind Cody, and they're
That's
playing it great.
unfortunate.
They
It's the
turned the
Cody
heat up
crybaby.
last night.
It's
Cody had a
so
great.
whack.
Cody had a great segment last night.
Cody is doing everything he can for people to like him. He
Yeah.
is being the best man at people's weddings and
That's
shit.
the other thing. Why would you have Roman? Why would you have Roman become babyface when Cody's the face of the place with the baby?
Yeah.
He's the babyface that runs the place. You don't need another person on his level.
This man is doing everything he can, just to be liked. The other night he read somebody's like what was it?
Their
Well, they
gender
have a-
reveal.
Gender reveal. He's just doing all
Mm-hmm.
kind of shit like that. Like
Again, you see that and you're like, what a great guy.
Yawn.
I see
Look at
that and
what
I
I
see
see.
I see heat. Just pure unadulterated heat. And I'm just gonna make I want to make kids cry. When Hulk Hogan dropped the leg on Randy is what I see. I'm like, it's just there. It's just there for the taking.
but I think the thing about it is you can do that with Cody Rhodes later on. If Cody Rhodes wins that title and then eventually becomes heel, he would be
No, I don't want him to turn. I just see the money for a baby face is in the chase.
I agree.
This is the hottest thing. Keep Cody chasing. It's what they should have done with Adam Page.
They got to eventually stop. And
They ruined it with Page. They ruined it. They just cut it too early. Cut it off before it could get caught. It's white hot. Keep it going.
Because after a while, you can't keep having them chase. You have to have.
Yeah, but people aren't uninvested yet. See, Chase was saying this a year ago, and then 2 weeks ago he was like, "I'm all in." People aren't done yet. You say that, but more people are watching now than ever.
People are invested. They're already invested in this.
Yeah, every time it doesn't happen, people are like, "I'm tired. I'm not going to do it anymore," and then viewership continues to go up. So, like,
because they want him to finish his story.
You still have them. As long as you still have them, prolong it.
I think the difference is that people believe.
I think the difference is you don't like it.
No,
you really
the
just want Cody
I don't
to
like
win.
this.
So the story that makes it, at some point you can't just have him keep losing over. I don't want to.
Why not? It's the never-ending story.
I don't want to see Cody Rhodes win goddamn Royal Rumble for the third year in a row. And
he's got to do it a different way. He's got to do it a different way.
Terrible. We can't just keep having him.
He'll find a way.
Find a different way.
You can't have 3 years of Cody versus Roman Reigns.
Why? We've had 3 years of so many other great feuds.
Because eventually we have to have other people have shots at that belt and bring up other people. We can't.
Because Reigns had that same thing too.
Do we? We've had people hold that belt for decades. Like, like, you say that like it has to. It doesn't have to happen.
And who were those people who held the belt for decades? And what happened?
I'm just saying.
People despise Hulk Hogan. That's what.
Well, they despise.
Well, that's because he's a terrible person.
And he sucks at wrestling. There's two of those things. He's a terrible person and is not good.
Well,
so
there you go.
Good character, terrible wrestler.
Good character.
No, like a good in-ring character on screen. He was a great character.
He got a good ring persona, but
yeah, you know, the Hulkamaniacs and all the theatrics
in Hollywood and stuff like that. He got people to watch. I don't want to take it. I'm not going to like cut him off from anything. He got people to watch.
If you look at his character,
just what they watched sucked. It just wasn't very good. Once the bell rung, it was terrible.
I think his character is a little overrated.
Anyway, we don't need to get off on Hulk Hogan tangents. We've done that before.
Yeah.
We have a guest. Muffson, do you hate Hulk Hogan?
I kind of find him overrated, honestly.
There we go. See, he's making a good case. He's passing the interview
because I used to be a Hulk Hogan fan. And
oh god, you're making it worse.
I fell off.
Good.
What's the best version of Hogan?
Ooh, that's a good question.
The one on that tape. Look here, Brooke. You're not bringing the colors to the house.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god! Damn, Delva drew the line and then definitely just plowed over it.
Habitual line stepper.
I was going to say WWE Return Hogan. That was actually captivating there for a while, and that was his best, maybe his best in-ring work. I think maybe he actually had to try then because WWE was no joke then. Like you had to be good. Those dudes were fucking going. You know, when he came back, that second Hulkamania run, that was good stuff. He wrestled Brock and stuff. Like people don't really like. He wrestled everybody. Rock and Jericho, not just Rock. Everybody knows the Rock match, but he was like he was a weekly fixture on TV for a while.
He was.
Yeah. Orton, he did all that.
Didn't know that.
Started from the bottom, yeah.
I'm sure, I mean, the juice helped, but still, give him this credit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Departing from our WWE segment. This is just basically a wrestling podcast. Disguised as a game.
Too much. It's more wrestling for me. It's too much wrestling for me. I'm with you.
Mathman says you have a time machine and arranged for the ultimate NBA All-Star game featuring late 80s, early
wrestling,
90s.
Basketball, back to wrestling to Marvel.
Yeah.
You guys want us to talk about games anymore, or like what?
No, we are just a nonsense podcast.
It's an interesting flow.
That'd be a better descriptor of our show anyway.
Yes.
And it's just nonsense.
Yeah. So All-Star game featuring 8 ladies, early 90s NBA All-Stars versus the current day All-Stars. Players were all in their primes. Hence the time
80s,
machine.
90s crew were
80s
dominating.
and 90s is whooping their
Dominating.
ass easily.
What is the
Crushing.
outcome?
Oh.
Who's the MVP and what's the score?
Oh, it's like 140 to like 72.
Yes.
Like our team is locked down,
Yes.
defense just pushing this other team around.
Yes.
Domination. Who's our point guard? Because we know who's shooting guard. Michael's shooting guard.
Magic Johnson.
Magic's at point.
Magic at point.
Small forward.
Bird.
Bird.
Power forward.
This is where it
Garnett.
gets interesting.
Is Garnett new or old?
No, I can't go with Garnett
It's
in the
early
early
90s.
90s.
Early,
It's early
okay.
90s. He's
I didn't-
not.
I'm
He's
sorry.
not.
I didn't catch the early 90s. I was just thinking 90s. And in my head, I'm thinking like pre 2003 and after 2003 because that's just how my head works.
Yeah, it's late 80s, late
I was thinking
late
like
80s,
eras.
early 90s.
Malone,
Barkley.
I was gonna
Barkley.
go with I was gonna go with McHale.
not bad.
McHale was he was a beast. He was giving people work.
Or Bill Lambier. Having punched motherfuckers in the face.
No,
That's what I was
wouldn't
thinking.
take Lambier because Lambier he really wasn't good. He was just physical.
But the modern players wouldn't know how to deal with that. Like, they're just beating the shit out of them on the game. Yeah, they wouldn't know how to deal with that.
I like Barkley.
Barkley, I think, is the
For
most
small forward or for power forward?
Power.
powerful.
And then Shaq.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Early 90s Shaq?
Ooh, hang
It's
on.
early 90s. You can't take Shaq. He's
Rodman?
not.
Early
I
90s
might
Shaq
do-
is
Rodman at power forward. Early
I might
Rodman.
do Rodman at
Pistons
power
Rodman.
forward. I might do
That's a
Rodman
Dude
at
was
power
a
forward.
freak.
You know what?
Why can't we do Shaq?
I don't think Shaq like early 90s. I think Shaq is like mid to late 90s. Like that's really where he came
Okay.
up. Like I think
So you're
he
really
was there,
focused
like,
on this
94.
early thing. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Just
Hakeem.
throw a 92 Dream Team.
Basically.
Hakeem.
King's
Yeah, I'll go
great.
Hakeem.
Hakeem go.
Yeah.
Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Robinson.
David Robinson. Like,
Matumbo.
yeah. Not Mutombo.
Not Mutombo?
He can stay. We don't even need him. He can stay home.
So our team
Caldwell-
is Hakeem,
Caldwell can stay home.
Hakeem, Rodman, Bird, Jordan, Magic.
Yeah.
It's fucking cheating.
Against this generation's all stars.
Against who? LeBron, Kobe,
Steph.
Steph or AI?
No, not Kobe. He said it's current players, right?
Current players.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. See, I'm in my head.
Yeah,
I'm just
current.
eras. I'm like eras. I'm like the LeBron era versus the Michael era. You're
Yeah,
right.
Current day all stars.
Okay. Oh goodness. Yeah.
They really
Curry,
did well.
LeBron. Come on, MVP. I just forgot his name. I was about to say
Jokic.
because I got Jokic.
Joking.
Power forward.
They
Durant.
exist. Like
Yeah.
Is he the best?
I think
he's
he
not even
is.
a power forward, but like he's tall enough to be there.
Durant would have to be there, I think.
Jokic, Durant, Luca. Jokic,
Who do we have at
Durant,
point
Luca, LeBron, and Curry.
Do we not do Giannis instead?
Giannis
Maybe
at power
Giannis.
forward.
Giannis at power forward.
Jokic, Giannis, LeBron, Luca, Curry. They're getting wiped, dude.
They're getting smoked because
Yeah.
Like
I
they're
feel like
getting absolute bodied.
I feel like the only one who's really going to be holding their ground is going to be Luca and LeBron.
Oh, I don't think Luca does anything against Michael Jordan in his prime.
I think Steph would probably be the only one who have a chance.
I think
Steph-
Jokic will get his
Because Steph,
because he's a shooter.
yeah, shooters would have a chance.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Jokic will get his. He'll come off a screen, make a bucket, he'll get some points.
Still getting smoked.
Magic. Michael is locking Luca down. Like Luca might score the least amount of points.
Yeah.
Like I give LeBron some credit. He's big. He's bigger than Bird, and more athletic.
Didn't matter to Bird though.
But Bird's gonna mean.
Didn't
Like,
matter.
Bird's way meaner though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys thought LeBron whined and complained too much. Now you let him go against modern day Larry Bird. He might bench himself.
You know, probably get far.
And then Rodman. That's Rodman, that's too much. And Akeem
Rodman
is
will
actually
make Giannis quit.
yeah, and Akeem is actually a really great choice if you needed somebody to guard Joker.
Mhm.
That's a really good. That's a better pick than Shaq. Actually,
I agree.
I actually think Jokic could exploit Shaq.
I do too.
But not Akeem.
Not Akeem. And all of these players also got to play defense. They're quitting because half these players don't play defense. Where all of the '90s players play defense. So.
And Michael's going to take it personally. He's going to be like, F these.
I took that personal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
even
so
more
Magic.
even
So
above
Magic.
even above the meme, Michael's going to be like, "Oh, y'all think you're good, huh?"
Dude, can you imagine the amount of trash talk that you're going to get from Bird, Magic, and Michael Jordan? Because all three of them were the ultimate
They're gonna make
competitors. Because
Luka-
now,
they're gonna make Luka
not
cry.
only are they talking shit to the other team, they're also competing within themselves.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. Like the amount that Michael would raise his game just to prove that he was the alpha on his own team
Yeah.
is trouble for the other team. Because here's the thing, it's not going to be about who could score the most points. Michael's literally be like, my guy's not going to score all day, and the Rodmans will be like, oh, you think so? They're going to have that's going to be the contest.
Yeah.
Whose other team scores? Whose other opponent scores the least?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man. I'd pay to see that game.
it's not fair.
Not at all. All right, finally, some actual gaming question. Like actual
wow.
gaming stuff.
Podcast we do here.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to the show, Muff.
yeah, that's what we do.
What I expect.
Chase says, has the influx of corporate leadership inserting themselves in game development decisions driving the industry toward a similar crash that we saw in the 80s that only Delvin would remember?
God damn it, Chase.
No. Look, I know that the internet, I know that the news sucks, and I know Twitter sucks. It's not the dark ages. And I feel like there's like this growing desire for us to come talk about corporate greed and everything's dying. It's going to it's not that. And it's not going to be that. Like, look, the gaming crash in the 90s wasn't because of corporate greed.
80s.
Or the 80s, sorry, the 80s. It wasn't because of corporate greed. Also, corporate greed's been a part of video games the whole
the
time.
beginning?
We act like this is new. It's like this Twitter thing. It's like, oh, they're only cutting because of we've cut entire studios and developments and cancel games for decades. This is not a new thing. This is
It's like they forget that people make games to make money. Like they forget that it's a business.
we don't like it. I know we don't like it, and it's easy to point fingers at the corporate, the greed, the shareholder. They don't have a face. They don't have names. You're not going to point it at the developer, right? Because you like them. They make the things you like. So you point it at the evil villain behind the table. It's not that. It's not that. The shareholders aren't demanding. People could tell shareholders no. You guys know that, right? Like you don't have to have the stock. You can dump the stock. Like if you're not getting the returns you want, you can sell it at any time. Like they don't answer to them. I know you may think they do because they cut jobs. They cut jobs because they also want to keep the profits. That's why they're cutting the jobs, because they're trying to protect the profit margin. It's not just because of the share. It's a part of it, but that's not how the whole business works. Chase, I love you, man, but the industry shaking doomsday, there's too much of that, bro. It's too much. It's just like Google. The cloud didn't take over. It's not not everything has to be global ramifications. I love the energy, the spirit, but that's too far. It's way too far. Like we're multiple steps way too far down the road. I think we're more in we might get less games than we were getting a few years ago territory. I think that's where we're talking like right now. We may be relaxing on new ventures. Maybe they don't get that extra, PSVR. Maybe it'll take that swing in today's climate that they took a few years ago. I think there might be stuff like that. I listen to Chase's stuff because I do like Chase. I don't want it to sound like I harp on him. I argue with him a lot. If you go in the Discord,
You're right.
but like in his show yesterday, he talked about, he was like, people are getting tired of waiting on these games, and then these developers rush them out. I'm like, you can't do both. You can't be mad that they were delayed and then be mad when they got rushed out because they weren't finished. Like, you got to pick one, man. You know, like, so there's just a lot here, personally, that I think I know that Chase is trying to bring to the table. And yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think we're anywhere near anything like that.
Especially because like that crash was due to more of an oversaturation. Like there were just a lot of games and nobody was buying them.
Saturation of trash.
Yeah, and nobody was buying games. Like that was the difference.
The market plateaued.
Mm-hmm.
It just nothing was new, nothing was driving, nothing was pushing people to consume. Right? We don't have that problem.
The NES came out.
We have the opposite of that problem. 15 million people just bought Pal World.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened.
I mean, it was a different time, so I mean, it's not
of course
the same. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, I don't think we're headed towards a crash in any way. It's just more of a realignment because games are really expensive, so we got to figure out how to get everything in alignment to actually make good games, push them out within decent time frames, and have them sell. People are buying games. That's not going to stop. People are not going to stop buying games, especially when you start getting less games. More people are going to be buying those games because there aren't as many games for their dollars to go to. So now, we're selling games. So there's not going to be any kind of crash at all.
Back then when that crash happened, games were like a toy.
right. Yeah,
You know, it's not like a giant multimedia industry now that produces movies and has all this, cross.
and now they're being now they're like a bigger industry than just about as big as the Hollywood industry.
Yeah, that's spot on. So I don't think that's the case. I understand that layoffs suck, and I understand that it feels like an industry problem because everybody's doing it. But again, I look back a lot to pull examples. Dude, 15 years ago, when things like this happened, they were cutting entire studios left and right. Before their profits dipped, they would just ship a game and then fire half the people because the game shipped. That's how this industry has operated like this way for some time now. And let's grab our pitchforks and talk about the end of the world, like the end is near. This whole, I don't know, trying to think of a word. This whole doom and gloom forecasting, it kind of dismisses all of the history that this industry has had, at least since the late 90s. This has been going on a long time. It's not hard to find. It was normal. It was normal. Like again, and I don't mean to demean or to lessen 900 jobs, 10% of people. But it used to be way worse than this. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
The biggest difference now is we have social media and you've got more eyes.
People know about it more. They don't remember that. They don't remember that time. But I remember that. You guys remember that time, right? 360,
absolutely.
They would ship a game that was good and then
that
lay
studio,
off because they were like, we'll
game is
hire more
done.
people when we get ready to make the next game. That's just how this works. And we hated it then. And IGN wrote all the same articles that they write this week. They were writing this. Those same articles exist. Go to the Internet Archive. Go to IGN, type in layoffs. This has been a thing. That's why I said I'm not going to lose my mind over this industry doing this anymore. This is, by all intents and purposes, at least to me, this is how this industry works.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
This is how
that's exactly how it works. And again, it's just we have more eyes on it, and the country is in a weird place where you've now traveled all this way for this job, and now what are you going to do? So yeah, it's a different time and a different space, and it sucks, but it is pretty much how the industry has always worked. We just now hear more about it, and you got people that are going to complain on the internet.
I don't condone it. I don't like it. That's why I don't work in it. But guess what? More people work in it today than they did then.
Yeah.
They've been started doing
work in it today than they did 5 years ago, then 10 years ago, then 25. It keeps growing. I don't know what else to say. I'm not saying that I know the future. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying the lessons that we've learned from history, people don't seem to be applying any of those lessons anymore. People seem to have forgotten all of that, and they're like, the industry is about to crash. This is terrible. It's completely unstable, and on the brink, and it's like I don't see a whole lot of evidence of that being the case.
Especially
And
with
that's why
record
the
profits.
concept of unions exists too, to help with that.
They need to unionize, and here's the thing: there's not a whole lot of support for that on either side.
No, it's
You know,
not.
Yeah.
developers will tell you on Twitter they want to unionize, but they don't want to like strike to actually unionize. So like, how much do you really want to unionize? They don't. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of. And I've heard developers be like, I don't want to unionize. That would make gaming worse. I've heard a lot of those things have happened on podcast interviews. So I question even how much people want to do that. I think QAP, I think maybe low people want to do that. I think there's a lot of game directors that get really big bonus checks when their awesome game works, and they're like, no, like this is the business I want to be in. I like my $1 million bonus check because our game was awesome. There's a
Because
lot.
I know IGN's starting that too. They're doing the whole creators union thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. I personally think that it would go a long way in this industry, at least for stability, to have a union for the workers. So you couldn't just like either mass layoffs or that they had means to be relocated. If it was more looked at like a guild, like a shared resource instead of a competitive space. It would raise dev costs, probably raise product costs, but I think it would probably be good in the end of the day. I think it'd be a net positive, but I don't know.
Yeah, only time will tell. Games are still being made. Games are still coming out. We'll still have plenty of shit to play.
Here's the thing. Again, not that it's good. These publishers, they could get rid of half their studios and still have a very good gaming business. Like we lose sight of that. I think everybody does. We see 10% and we're like, this is awful. Like literally Sony could be like, we've closed down half of our studios today because it costs a lot to make games. And we're just going to make games on like these 10. And they could probably still just have an awesome PS6 with a bunch of games and people would still buy it.
Because the vast majority of people that are buying these games have no idea that this is even
They don't
happening.
even care. But here's the thing, like you could cut, and I'm not saying it's good, but I'm just saying Sony could cut down to like Naughty Dog, Santa Monica, and Sonic, like just the core ones, Sucker Punch. And they'd be like, we have a game from one of these folks every 3 years. And boom, you're off to the races. Xbox could do the same thing. They can make smaller games. Like there's a lot of things that can happen here besides, it's a doom and gloom, the end is coming. Like they could just be like, we need to lower the scope of all our games 20%.
We need more Banishers of Eden.
100%. Maybe we don't greenlight 20 live service games.
Yeah.
Yo, we just solved the problem. And that means that layoffs have to happen, but it also means that your sheet's more balanced.
Right.
Yeah.
Shifting topics again. Haley says, all right, you cooking dinner for the team.
Nope.
What are we eating?
Thank you.
Absolutely not.
Why, you don't want to cook for us?
I said cereal. Y'all fuckers are
Why?
getting cereal. Here's a bowl.
There you go. That's a good one, Def. Sure.
Why? Why are you so anti-feeding us?
I like feeding y'all.
No, we're feeding you. We're just not cooking for you.
Yeah.
Why don't you
There's a
want to cook
difference.
for us?
I don't want to cook for my family. I don't like cooking.
Damn.
I wanna cook for my
Okay.
family.
All right. I'm learning.
Wow.
I'm learning. I like cooking.
I don't. I like eating.
So
I don't like cooking.
do I have to cook or like can I like cater? Like if I could prepare any meal
if
or
it's
I have to
It
cook it?
says you're cooking dinner for the team. What are we eating?
All right. So I'm gonna give you two answers. If I'm cooking, I'm physically cooking everything, I'm doing breakfast. And we're having biscuits and gravy and bacon. I'm doing fried potatoes and scrambled eggs and cheese. I love making breakfast and I make a hell of a breakfast.
Okay.
It's excellent. If I could prepare, like if we're doing a house party and I could prepare a meal to share with everybody, dude, like Korean tacos, dude, dumplings, all that jazz would be awesome. Super good.
Cool.
Buying a big ass box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You're the worst. You're like that single dad's like order pizza.
Yeah, that's
Money's on the fridge.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Money's on the fridge.
I'm with Devin. I ain't cooking. Y'all getting some cereal. Yeah. But yeah, if I was forced to cook, it would be breakfast. I'm making some French toast or something. That's about the
French
extent
toast is
of
good
it.
too. It'd be a hell of a lot better than pancakes.
That's the truth.
Surprised this man didn't say pancakes.
No, y'all get the cereal.
He's like, you're not. Well, cereal would be better than pancakes. So I can't fault you there. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is 1,000 times better than pancakes. All
That's
day.
true.
Big bowl.
That's true.
All day. All day.
Terrible.
Get that good circus bowl. Pour the whole bag in there, baby.
The
Let's
whole thing.
go.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You're acting like
Delicious.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is something to sleep on, man.
My
Cinnamon
favorite
Toast
cereal.
Crunch is the shit.
My favorite
You give me
cereal.
some cartoons and a big bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'm good for hours.
Well, there you go. So that's what I'll do. I'll give you some cartoons and a big bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Watching X-Men. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Get ready
Never
for your
started
Saturday
watching
morning cartoons.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's the best stuff ever. The OG Ninja Turtles, not this new stuff Delvin was talking about.
Yeah, what was with that? What were you guys going on about? New Turtles game.
I was just giving Delvin
I've never seen
shit.
somebody talk so much about that. I don't think the Twitter thread, like the announcement video didn't have
I didn't even know
that.
it was. You posted it.
I didn't even know they were making another.
Yeah, there's a new one. That
Well, it's not. It's
they
not
have
a
a lot
new
of
one. It's
thoughts
an
on it.
It's an arcade game that they're just releasing the consoles.
Ah,
I mean, it looked new. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it
look
looked
old, is what I meant. Like, it doesn't look
Yeah,
old.
it came out in like 18.
No, that's what I meant. Like, it's not
It
like
had
a
to be, yeah.
remaster of an old one. It looks
It's
new.
a,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm assuming it's around the time when that show was popular.
There was a show that was popular with Turtles. I don't know anything about that.
Yes, it was a modern Ninja Turtle show. That was
Yeah, that was 2012 in Nickelodeon, right?
Yes.
I'm way out of touch. I didn't even know Nickelodeon was still a thing until the Super Bowl. Rebecca was started sending me clips of Nickelodeon. I was like, "This is still a thing." Like,
That was a great. That was a great Nickelodeon Super Bowl game.
it really. I was
That
surprised
mess was
Nickelodeon was allowed
hilarious.
to
It was
show the Super Bowl. Like, I was like,
They've
they
had
just
a
signed
partnership for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. I think Disney has one too.
That's wild.
Disney's
Yeah.
that-
See what happens
Yeah,
when you don't
dude.
have cable? I had no idea. So you know what it like how we talk about how the people consuming video games have no clue? Yeah, that's me. Like I am with Nickelodeon. Like I have no idea. No idea what's happening. No clue. Same thing. I can't see
Stars
Says
wants
make this jambalaya. What's Muff cooking?
Yeah, what you cooking, Muff? What you making?
Well, I remember making since you mentioned pizzas, I make a mean non-pizza.
I mean,
You know, like a non-bread. Like
Naan. Okay, naan bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
Okay, yeah, I'm here for that too.
I'll try.
I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner.
And you can
yet.
choose the toppings too, which is pretty good. So,
Mm.
especially if you put it in the oven.
Canadian
Pineapple?
bacon and pineapple.
Pineapple. Yeah.
Let's go.
You got to throw jalapenos on that.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about
Bacon, jalapeno, and pineapple and ham or bacon is a good mix.
Yeah. Delphin, you
The
got to
s-
look like you don't like pineapple on pizza.
The sweet with the spice.
God, I hate
is
you.
a
I
perfect
hate you
combination.
so much.
It's just Florida, man. It's just
God.
he was trying
No
to talk
pineapple
about
on
us.
pizza. These whack turtles. You want pancakes? You're killing me, Smalls.
You
You're
want
killing
crack.
me.
Put the crack
Florida
in.
doesn't like those
Peanut butter and
Pineapples.
crack sandwich.
What's your go-to pizza, Delvin?
Pepperoni.
Yeah,
I do pepperoni, mushroom, and jalapenos.
Basic.
I like that.
bitch.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. I like that one.
Give me that supreme.
Ooh, tandoori pizza.
Bread's
Yeah,
good,
that's
too.
good.
Yeah, I don't do onions.
Oh yeah, no onions. We're gonna get rid of the onions.
I like buffalo chicken. A buffalo
That's a good
slice,
one.
Buffalo
some
chicken's pretty good,
cheese, some
too.
chicken, some bacon. That's good.
See the
Barbecue
problem-
chicken pizza's good too.
It's not bad.
Without the red onions. No red
Delvin's
onions.
gonna be like tuna and mayonnaise and some shit.
Ugh.
Kale.
The problem with me ordering pizza is most people in my
Spam.
house have like weird palates.
Bucket of rice.
And my grandmother likes fucking. She wants nothing on her pizza but like sausage.
Okay.
And my
Okay.
daughter's kind of the same way.
Ain't
So
nothing wrong with that.
I kind of have to order pizza based off of what they
Sausage or ground beef? You mean like sauces, right?
like sausage, yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Why don't you just order the pizza that you want and tell them to pick off what they don't want? You being way too accommodating here.
Gene does
Some Cody Rhodes nonsense.
I have to, have to be
Oh, he likes white pizza, the
Donnie-
Alfredo sauce and the
No,
kale and stuff.
not a
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah, flavor.
Bro-
sauce is good.
Get that broccoli pizza, huh, Delvin? That's what you want?
Nope, absolutely not.
Not even broccoli.
I tried the Shack pizza. That's pretty good. Okay.
The who?
That's pretty okay.
Shack
The
had a
Shack?
pizza.
Shaq has a
The
pizza.
Papa John's?
Yeah.
Papa John's Shack pizza.
No, I
Shack
don't
and
fuck
Jack
with
pizza.
Papa John's. Sorry, I can't do it.
You have to now because Shaq's.
No, I don't. I don't.
got-
I don't
Why do you
fuck- I
have
don't-
Shacks everywhere? Do you have the General
They,
too?
they, they
Do
got
you
rid of
switch your car insurance to some safe
You
auto
got, you,
shit?
got, you got some Shaq shoes?
Yes,
That-
of
that's-
course. Shaq. Every time they get rid of a white person, they replace it with Shaq. It's like a rule. am I lying, Dad?
No.
The racist ass Papa John's.
That's true.
Every time. Who's gone? Go Shaq. It's like-
Who's your go-to pizza place? Chains, not some local. Nothing against. I mean, Muff's in New York City, so he's got excellent pizza. But for the rest of us, what's your go-to pizza place?
Numero uno.
Is that chain?
It is a chain, but it's only
I heard
one
of-
here.
I heard of numero uno.
Oh, okay.
They put a cake batter in their dough, so it makes the dough a little sweeter.
Sweet.
Fucking
That's good.
delicious. It's
Yeah, we
so
have
good.
We have a local chain here that does that too, Marco's.
Yeah, they also don't use sauce. They actually just use like tomatoes. So you don't get tomato sauce. You actually get tomatoes.
Oh,
in it
that
with the
margarita
cheese.
pizza, huh?
It's so good.
I don't like
miss
that.
it.
I need to try that. That sounds good.
It's delicious.
Yeah, pizza sucks here in Georgia. It's just trash.
Pizza kind of sucks here in Miami too.
Yeah, it's the South. The South pizza's trash.
It's not good.
Muff, you'll appreciate this. My family never understood that. I told them for decades. They understood that. I took them to Cleveland, got them real pizza. They were like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Yeah, you guys have no idea what you've been missing your whole lives." It's like the rest of the world enjoys pizza, and
And
y'all
we
eat cardboard and cheese. It's terrible.
And they probably put mayo on it.
Yes.
Ah, see, I can't see. He knows what I'm doing. I like Marcos.
Mayo.
Marcos is pretty good.
All right, Snurt says, name a game that has enraged you, like ever
Helldivers.
break a controller in anger. For him, it was M. Bison in Street Fighter 2 on the Sega Genesis. He almost broke a controller. Siblings and parents were not pleased. Well,
Yeah, dude, I
that was
didn't
your
like
first
them.
mistake, playing it on Sega Genesis.
The Genesis.
That was
I was thinking the
probably
same
number
thing. I was
one.
like, I've never played Street Fighter on a Genesis.
That sounds awful.
I have.
I
I don't know why, but it really does. Like when I heard it, I was like, oh, like I thought less of you, sir. It's
Yes, I have a question.
like, what the fuck?
Did you have the 6-button controller, or did you have to play with like the 3-button shit?
We had to keep pressing start to switch between kicks and punches.
Oh, it was the 3 buttons.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
It really sounded bad. I'm so glad that we all like. You read it, and I was like, oh, oh.
Yeah.
I see why you wanted to throw the controller. I would have threw that shit too. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, it was the championship edition on Genesis, and it was a really good edition, but the controller just sucked. Like, the
Bison
D-pad is terrible, and you only had the 3 button. Even the 6-button controller, it wasn't right.
Genesis
Better
Even
on
the
Super
first-
Nintendo.
The
Genesis
first time I
D-pad's
tried
not
to do
It's not
Street
good at
Fighter, Bison sucked.
I had more problems with Sagat than I had with Bison.
I did too. Fuck him.
Yeah, Sagat was a pain in the ass.
It's always that flame.
Tiger. Tiger.
uppercut.
Dude.
Tiger uppercut.
The worst.
Tiger knee.
Like I hate this. What am I supposed to do? I've said Helldivers. That is mostly a joke. I didn't care too much, but it does not. It's not good when you're like sitting there and Dev's like, just let it run, and I just let it run for like 20 minutes. Still getting. I was like, this is absurd. No, the one would be me with a Hollow Knight. I got to a game like I was just like, I'm gonna chuck this. I gotta delete this game or I'm gonna break the Switch because this game is breaking me. Like I'm so mad. I'm so mad that I suck at video games this much. And again, as I've told this story multiple times over the years, it's not that the game broke me. Jason broke me because I couldn't beat this fucking guy in the game. And I'm explaining to Jason, who's like beat the game and playing the arena mode and everything. And I explained to him, I'm like, I can't do it. I've died 20 times. And you know what Jason said to me? Oh yeah, that's a thing. You're gonna fight like 8 of them later. I was like, 8? Like he was like, yeah, you're gonna have to do way more than that. I was like, I should quit now. Just quit while I'm ahead. Let's stop now. Like I'm annoyed now. And he's like, oh, it gets way harder than that. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Smart move.
So
Metal Gear Revengeance, the last boss.
oh, ooh, okay. All right. Yeah.
That shit was so annoying. I was
Dude, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you just you didn't jog my memory. You said that, and it made me think of another game. The final boss in Infamous Second Son. The damn lady with the shit and the knees and all that. I didn't like that either.
Yeah, that was a little annoying too.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even get that far in that game. I got bored halfway through and was like, like I stopped playing. It's like this is I legit just was like, I don't want to play this anymore.
This is your Sony champion, people.
Yeah. There's the reason he's not on PSXP anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember just like that. I didn't like that last boss at all. I remember it being frustrating. I don't think it was hard. I don't think I died a lot. I just thought it was as I recall it is a frustrating final boss. I was like,
It was.
Yeah. But Revengeance is good. I remember that one too. That's a good one.
He was just talking all that shit.
But that's also like a Metal Gear thing to figure out the boss fight and figure out how to, like it was almost like intended to frustrate you.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
What was that game that came out last year? That was like
Elden Ring.
No.
Callisto.
Callisto Protocol. The final boss of Callisto Protocol was annoying as fuck too.
Really? Did you find that?
Yeah, he was very annoying. I don't think
I really enjoyed that one the whole time. I didn't really have a bother with it.
I like the final boss though.
I do think eventually you just like get too much of like it's a little one note with the dodge and the swing and it's a little kind of one note, but I still liked it.
Just running around scrounging for parts and stuff like that. This is annoying.
Yeah.
I think for me it was the final boss in Metroid Dread.
Dude, the boss before that one, like the gold one, that one broke me. I stopped playing that game right at the end. I was right at the end. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Once I beat it, I was like, I'm good. I don't need to play this anymore.
I remember Rebecca was like, don't give up. And I was like, no, fuck this game. I'm done. Like, I don't want to do this no more. She's like, you're so close. And I'm like, we will never know.
Yeah.
If Donnie was like around for the NES era, would he still be a gamer, or would he have just quit games altogether?
Good question. Well, no, because I liked, like I said, I got an NES after it, but like there are games on NES I like.
Right,
I wouldn't,
but if, like, I'm saying,
era,
if you were there in the era, in the heyday, dealing with I
definitely wouldn't
Metroid.
be here like Delvin 30 years later talking about how great it was. That's for sure.
It's great.
I definitely wouldn't be doing that.
I mean, he's right though.
Pac-Man Bowl, great. Mario 3, it's good stuff.
Metroid,
Pac-Man, Donkey Kong,
Blaster Master.
I liked the first Metroid. I liked the game. It was really cool at the time.
On NES?
Yeah.
Where you had to draw the map? Remember the code if you died?
I played it with a cousin who was a little older than me, who was like that was my first introduction. At the time, which I think you maybe appreciate, a very young Donnie was like, this shit's wild. Like, this is like a whole new universe. Like, it was like a game that I didn't know games could be at the time.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But Dalvin's going to be here talking about how great Zelda 1 and Balloon Fight was.
First of all, Zelda 1 is fucking incredible. Watch your mouth.
It's not. I love Zelda. It's not.
The original Zelda is fucking awesome.
How dare you insult Balloon Fight?
See?
Balloon Fight, Burger Time, Bubble Bobble.
This man just pulls out any obscure NES game. He's like, this is the amazing era.
But he's right.
I think we got a quest recently on Shaq of like, if you could have any console ever, his answer was NES.
I love the NES.
Of all consoles ever, forever. You have one console.
NES.
Y'all are talking out your ass. I don't believe either one of you for one bit. Not even a little bit. You're not giving up Destiny and Helldivers to go play any damn NES games. You talk about all the time. You don't even play old games.
That's all I got?
NES.
If that's all I got? Forever?
No.
Yeah. I'm
This is cloud chasing. This is cloud chasing.
Games you can play, like,
I'm going to call you out on it. This is cloud
Double
chasing.
Dragon, Bad Dudes, Contra.
I don't believe you at all one bit.
Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Gunsmoke.
Now we're talking. Punch Out. That's very good. Very good.
Rygar, R-Type, Light Force.
Duck Hunt.
Do you believe this?
DuckTales. DuckTales, Tailspin.
People are giving up Ghost of Tsushima to play Duck Hunt if given the option.
Yeah.
No,
that's all I got for the rest of my life.
No way. I would bet my life on it. I bet my life on it.
Ice hockey.
Because it's dumb, mindless fun at that point. Like I just pick up and play them, and Not even think about it.
So why aren't you just playing them now? You love them so much.
Because I have other options for right now. But if that's
Right, but
all
you
I'm
have-
going to be given,
No,
if that's all I'm going to be given,
no. That's not
yes,
the thing.
Yes,
No, it's not.
yes.
You get
You
to
can't
choose.
tell me what my answer is.
Yes, I can't. I'm not telling you the answer. I'm giving you the fucking scenario. If you listen, the answer is that you get to pick one system forever.
Yes, I'm picking the NES.
Then why aren't you picking it now? You still have
Because
an option.
I don't have to. Because I don't have to. I
this
have
is
all
absurd.
the options now.
This is absurdity.
If I only
This is
have
absurd.
one, I'll
No.
pick the NES.
Well,
No,
see,
you won't.
The thing about
Because
it is,
one means I don't have any other options.
You will not.
I'm going to take
You
that
will
one.
not. You
This
got
is
your
the thing
NES
about-
Classic hooked up? You played it yesterday?
No.
See, I'm not believing it.
I didn't play
No, I
anything
don't believe
yesterday.
it. I don't
My
believe it.
PlayStation
I don't
is
believe it. You're
actually
not
in
gonna
my
shake
living
me.
room for my kids.
You're not going to shake me off my foundation. I don't believe
I don't
it.
have to. I don't
is
need you
false.
to believe it. I
This
don't
is
need you
fake.
to believe it.
You made it up. It didn't happen.
That's fine. That's
This
fine.
is fact or fiction.
That's fine.
I've seen this show.
You've
I
never
believe
seen
either
the
one
show
of
because
you.
it's not real.
Y'all are lying.
Doesn't
Jim
exist.
Ryan retiring ass lying. Just 100%.
It's okay. You can be mad all you want.
It's just like him
for
taking
life.
the photo with the employees. He's like, "Hey guys, hey!" That's what's happening right now. This is what's happening. Not a
Delvin
chance.
chilling on an island forever playing NES.
I would love it.
They love their
You could pick
nostalgia.
another console that has NES games and other games.
I don't want that.
I don't think that was the point of the question, though. I thought you had to pick a console that didn't have those games. I think
A console.
we
Yeah.
agreed to.
And just those
Still
consoles
don't believe
games.
You. I still don't believe you. And if
Oh
you
my
are
God.
and if you-
TNC Surf Design?
and-
I
oh
love
my
that game.
goodness. And if you guys are being honest with yourselves in your hearts of hearts, which I don't think you are,
Excite
if
Bike,
you are, then you're just wrong.
RC Pro-Am, Off-Road.
Hey, you're
keep- I
going to be
keep
super
going.
excited. RC Pro's coming to Switch.
Yeah, I know.
Are you still in my family group?
No, you kicked me out a long time ago.
No, I have one. I think you're in there.
No, I'm not.
You kicked him out.
I have my own system. I have my own advanced whatever the thing is. It just renewed too.
Because you can do that. I signed up for another year.
Yeah, mine just
I
auto
can
renewed.
move
I
all my
forgot to
cloud
turn it off.
saves over. I need to move all my cloud saves.
Mine is just for my kids. Hudson plays a ton of NES games. So, oh my God, Mega Man. All the Mega
All the
Mans.
Mega Mans.
All of them.
Like 6 of them there.
You can keep all of them.
We know. We will. All the Ninja Gaidens.
And they still make games for NES.
Can't lie though, Ninja Gaiden's really good.
The game was dope. Battletoads, I can just beat my head against that wall until I beat the hyperbike level.
This was Dab's directive
Battletoads.
dreams.
Was it?
He's so excited. Yeah. Yeah, all these games you just mentioned all coming to NSO for you.
I'm not going to play them on there, though.
Well, no, these are your
The
favorite
Switch-
games of all
the
time.
Switch belongs to my children. I have my classic with all those games on it already.
I did too.
Family group. Donnie, Psychocross. Dat Ninja D.
That Ninja Div.
I can't
Oh.
get it to focus.
Yeah, I'm not still in there. I have my own, and yeah, so my thing just auto renewed, and I've got the whole thing. So I don't know.
Dad's
So I think you took me
Delvin
out of
with
there
Game
for
Pass.
a
He's
minute.
buying it.
Kind
and-
of bug.
I didn't have it. I didn't take you out. I just didn't. I just let it lapse.
Oh,
I didn't
well,
use it for like 2 years.
Counterpug, if you're still here, I want you to take that image of Donnie putting his phone to the screen and put an anime girl on it. Just post
I
it.
mean, I'll do that. I'll put an anime girl on for you now. That's not
Just
hard.
put random anime girls on it. Whatever you want to put on there, just put it there.
Give me a moment.
All right. And while you text that, Mom, we've got one final question.
We made it.
Good old
You made it, Mom.
Yarden.
We
Fuck
made it to
Yard,
the
you
end.
piece of shit.
Yarden wants to know: 3 of these live and 1 dies. Who are you
Easiest
choosing?
question we've ever gotten.
This piece of shit.
Transformers,
Nope.
the Ninja Turtles, Marvel, meaning all of it, or whack ass Mass Effect 2.
It's a absolute Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2 gotta go.
God,
It's
Yeah.
gotta go. It's gotta go.
Yeah,
I don't even
Mass
like
Effect 2.
Transformers, and the answer is Mass Effect 2.
Delvin, what is your answer, sir?
Let me clarify something with this.
Nope. Mm-mm.
No. I'm clarifying. Because what he said, because I asked this, because you get to the weird here. I gotta clarify if I give my answer.
Delvin said, hold up. Hold up.
Wait,
Okay, he put all of Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Let me say something. Let me say something.
And then he put Transformers, the logo for the original series. So I'm assuming it's only the original series.
What are you talking? Why are you assuming it's Transformers?
no,
It's
it's just
everything
Transformers.
And then he
He's
showed
eradicated.
the 80s Ninja Turtles.
You're looking to this. It's just
No,
it's the
I am
whole franchise.
Making it, no, that's not
No,
what
no,
It's
you're
too
not.
much.
It's
The
everything.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
you're
It's everything.
eradicating
Because here's the problem.
everything. It's all
Here's
of
the
it.
problem, Delvin. If you get rid of the original Transformers, the rest of them don't exist. You
Oh,
get
it's
rid
all
of the
Transformers.
original
No,
Ninja
I
Turtles,
don't-
the rest of them don't exist.
No,
So
no, no,
yes,
no.
all
No.
of it.
No, Delvin.
It's the thing.
It's everything.
No, this is the thing. If I get rid of the original Ninja Turtles, I still have the comics.
No, you don't.
No,
Yes, the comics
It's not
came
saying. It's saying no.
No,
it means all of it.
Why is
The
this Mass
entire.
Effect 2?
It's the entire franchise. You're
Why is this
Thanos.
Mass Effect 2?
You're Thanos sapping it out of
Because
existence because it's his
It's
question.
Yarden, and it's his question.
He
Fuck
specifically said Mass
Yarden.
Effect
Well,
2.
guess what? I refrain from answering the question. Fuck you, Yarden. You're not getting what you want.
Damn, you can't even give our listeners an answer to the
Wow.
question. They wrote in a question on this podcast because they wanted to hear us answer it.
Donnie,
Yeah.
what's my goddamn catchphase?
I don't know.
Razzmatazz.
Werther's original.
Werther's original.
Razzmatazz.
Razzmatazz.
What happens in Pangea stays in Pangea.
What happens in Pangea stays.
Four score and 7 years ago.
We got rid of Mass Effect 2.
And 7 years ago.
You got rid of Mass Effect 2.
You,
And
Yarden.
the rest of the and all was right with the world.
You piece of shit. You think you're slick. Barbecue
I would.
meat.
Here's the funny thing. I know this is a joke because of Twitter interaction, but like that's my real answer. And I would love to Thanos snap Marvel out everything, but I wish I could just do Mass Effect, and I would just
Right. I was going to say all of Mass Effect. Can I just get
Yeah,
rid of
it doesn't
all
have
of
to
it?
be
Why
two.
do,
Like,
why do
we
I got to
could
stop at 2? Can I just get rid of
Yeah.
all of them? Please?
if this is a franchise, it's an easy answer, and that's not even a joke.
It's still Mass Effect.
Not even joking, Delvin. It's just Mass Effect, man.
Yeah.
I like at least some of the Marvel.
You're just
movies.
mad because the answer you'd pick too if you had to get rid of one of these franchises,
I
like
could be
all
doing
of it,
Donatello.
it'd be Mass Effect.
To me,
And
it's
you
Mass
know it
Effect.
in your heart of hearts.
It's Mass Effect or Transformers.
It's definitely not Transformers. Dev knows that.
Well, we got
You
that
ain't getting rid of
Transformers. We got that Platinum game, so I'm gonna like leave it like okay, we got the Transformers
Because
Platinum
Transformers
game.
is my
So.
favorite franchise, and Dev knows
Well,
that.
It's my favorite franchise too. I love me some
Sorry, Shep.
Transformers. It's fantastic.
And Marvel is
Shep.
my favorite comic book company.
Shep, it's time to go.
He
Yeah.
played 4D chess with me.
Just think of
did.
Shep like going to Ash,
He really
like
did.
Spider-Man.
That's why I refuse to answer.
I don't feel so
We
good,
know your
Mr.
answer.
Stark.
No,
We know your answer. You can refuse to answer. We know your answer.
no, you don't.
We'll answer for you.
Because
know,
you
the
just
answer's
made a
not-
case for everything but Mass Effect.
No,
Right.
I love Mass Effect's my favorite game.
And
No.
it's not your favorite franchise.
Yeah. You didn't say you wanted it over everything that ever existed
I
in Marvel.
am refusing to answer.
We know the answer.
I
You don't
plead
have
the
to answer.
fifth.
We know the answer.
F-I-F-Fifth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's cool.
definitely.
Yeah.
We know.
We know the answer.
We claiming my time.
Let me tell you something. No. Let me tell you something. I love he immediately started. He's like, "Yo, wait, whoa, wait.
Let me clarify.
Let me put in some. Let me put in some things here. I would like to kill 1/3 of this one and a half of that one and the 5th episode of this one and keep the game. No, that's not. We're not doing that. That's not what we do here.
No.
Mass Effect just got old Yellard.
I'm not.
Old Yellard. It's
I
done.
refrain from answering.
We've done some good. We saved people from Andromeda. We saved people from whatever it is they've been
Yarden.
working on for the last
They
8
were-
years.
Yeah. We
saved
saved
you.
BioWare from having to change the ending to 3 because people were
They can
so
just-
mad.
They can just focus on Dragon Age.
Wish they had
Stick
done-
around.
Look, if we get rid of Mass Effect, maybe this Dragon Age game would have come out.
If we get rid of Mass Effect, maybe Anthem was good.
Also true.
I don't
Yeah.
think that at all.
You don't want to believe it.
We've
Yarden,
done some real good here.
Y'all
We've done some good.
Yellow snowball.
We've improved. Think about all those games they released. Think of all those games from BioWare. Now insert better games into all those windows.
He's not giving up.
Think of all the anthems.
No,
Anthem 3.
Yeah.
no,
Anthem Andromeda.
no.
So good.
BioWare Anthem, just
That's
all
it.
day. Dragon Age Anthem, you know,
Dang it, Anthem 1, 2, 3, Iron Man games, man.
all day long.
Javelins.
Didn't EA just say they don't want to make irrelevant franchises? Or Anthem is the epitome of
That's
that.
not what they
Mass
said
Effect?
at all.
You mean
They
Mass
said
Effect?
IP. Yeah.
Anthem,
Irrelevant IP.
You know what they
IP.
said? You know what they said?
Anthem.
They then clarified that BioWare was working on Dragon Age.
Yeah.
They're working on Dragon Age
They
for
said-
years.
We didn't shelve Mass Effect, but they're not working on that. They're working on
Yeah.
on Dragon Age.
And we
you
still
know.
haven't gotten it. They've been working on Dragon Age for like since I was born.
You know why? Because
gonna
they still
use
have to.
phase.
They have to carry around the corpse that is Mass Effect. That's why.
Especially Andromeda. I did a number on that.
Andromeda fucked everything up. I'll never forgive you for that.
You know who's gonna hate this is Josh.
They were like,
If he makes it this far,
I don't think he's gonna make it this far.
they
But
were like,
nobody tell him, and maybe we'll skate by. But I could just hear him. He's like throw his phone.
you know what you want to do in Mass Effect instead of
Did you guys listen to more video games?
No.
He threw me right under the bus. Definitely me, but like I want to say us, but definitely me.
No. Good job, Josh.
He was just like the Discord's just bringing up all these reasons why. These are the reasons why I left Twitter, and they're just talking about how awful everything Xbox is. I was like, well, kind of was the news. Like we're going to talk about it. Like it's kind of what was happening. Sorry.
Josh.
and if you give me a chance to dunk on Xbox,
Oh yeah, you were
I'm
taking that
gonna
chance.
do it.
Josh.
I
thought
can't help
I thought we
myself.
made. I thought we made it fun. I thought we were having fun with it. Right?
Josh,
I
if you
agree.
want to, Josh,
It's a good day.
I'll leave my.
Maybe it was
DMs
just
to
Chase.
you.
I think it was Chase.
You can DM me, shit talking Donnie. We'll make our own channel, just trashing Donnie as much as you want to.
You're not an admin.
Just me and you.
I mean, we can make that channel.
We could, you know.
We can make a trash Donnie channel. I'm fine with that. Doesn't bother me in the least bit.
It's gonna be me and Josh's DM thread. Us like y'all have the Bully and Delvin DM thread, which have me and Josh.
But we bring you into that. We have to make sure you understand you're getting bullied.
We'll bring
We have to
Donnie
show it to you. We
We'll
have to
bring
show
Donnie
you.
into it.
We show our work.
We do it to your face.
We'll bring Donnie into it.
That's cool. As
Or
long
we
as
do-
long as
we
it's
just wanna allow him
equally
to
distributed, as long as it's equally distributed between myself and Mass Effect, we're on good grounds. I mean, they're both worthy of criticism. So as long as you're being fair between both, I'm here for it.
Well, gentlemen, that does it for this episode of the Play Some
We've reached
Video
the end.
Games podcast. We have reached the end. Turn your tape over.
That's another one of Delvin's promo things.
Side B.
Yeah. I'd be.
Oh, well, Muffson, thank you for coming and hanging out. I'm sure we'll see you around the Discord, maybe on a few other shows. Who knows?
Maybe so.
Thank you guys for inviting me. This was a ton of fun.
Absolutely,
Glad I
man.
got to hang with you guys.
We've got it is guest week this week. We had Gamer Checks on Shaq. We've had Muffson tonight. I still have a few more people from that initial group that reached out that I got to work in. Again, like I said before, anybody that reached out wanted to do it. I wanted to give them their chance. And also, we're not going to do them all back to back to back to back to back because I understand new voices. You know, when you've listened to a podcast as long as some of ours have been going, sometimes folks are a little averse to new voices every week. So we're spread them out. But I think I've got 3 or 4 more folks to work through at some point, and then we'll reevaluate that and start seeing where we go from there. But I've really enjoyed several of the folks that come through, yourself included, Muffson. So thanks for
Yeah.
thanks for
thank you.
throwing that
Appreciate it.
hat in the ring. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Anything you want to plug before you go?
Definitely.
Definitely check out my articles on All Ages of Geek. We cover gaming, we cover anime, we cover a lot of geeky stuff. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, dude glossed over it, man. It's a freelancer to Twinfinite and reviews games and
Yeah.
got all this stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, going to
Yep.
Sting. I was like, Delvin's gonna love this guy.
Yeah.
And he really just he played it cool really early on. Delvin and him have their own podcast one day. This is the thing.
Wouldn't
Watch out,
surprise
Muffson.
me.
Coming soon to the Delvin Cox experience.
Hey, who knows?
You know,
All right. Well, until next time, Play some
video game, like
games.
some
Yeah,
wrestling,
maybe.
some sports games, some 90s basketball, some
Yeah.
Marvel,
Do something.
some
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Find your nonsense lane.
Whatever it
Get
is,
into
make
it.
sure it's just not Mass Effect 2. No. We screwed that up. This injustice just cannot stand. Let's fix this. Dev, fix it in post.
Nobody's sleeping in the middle of the bed. The middle of the bed is only where you do the business. But when everybody's ready to sleep, it's the side of the bed that can't be beat. It's the middle of the bed where lovers meet. But when it comes time to slumber, it's the edges. Ooh, the edges.